Yo, what's good? It's your boy Jay Zalo. I'm a little, made myself a little smaller. Um, I did stream earlier, what, a few hours ago. Anyways, uh, I'm supposed to be asleep or really not streaming. I kind of had an off day, but usually when I stream or when I'm off stream, I just be chilling, watch Asmon Gold, or I'll play like Adventure Quest or something, like something on the side, or I'll just watch a movie, with the wife or whatever it is. Like we just chill, with the dog or whatever it is. And there be moments where I'm like, damn, I should stream this. Well, anyways, I came across Reckless Ben thanks to Asmon Gold. Shout outs to the GOAT. Um, you know, there's no need to make fun of him. He's a cool guy, literally. And I respect what he stands for. Um, so I was watching his recent, literally, I was watching his recent stuff, and about this girl and like all of this, and I came across Reckless Ben, like all of this. Also, yo, W fucking low tier guy for real. Like, so yeah, like I don't watch the news or anything like that. I watch Asmon Gold TV. Yo, that's funny as hell. Yo, literally, like that's literally. I mean, I hope you could relate with that. Like, I watch Asmon Go TV, and anyways, I kind of want to shed some light also to something that actually stood out to me. From some of the things that I've watched, I know there's a lot of things that I haven't watched. Asmon, if you ever get to watch this, listen, I watch a lot of people. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying, but but yeah. So there's one of the things that pointed out was the whole the reckless dude, the reckless Ben. And I heard the story and everything, and I'm like, yo, this is like some fucked up shit. And I kind of want to look into his channel. I've already watched two videos, but I kind of want to into his channel, but I don't want to do it alone. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to take you guys along with me, kind of learning what's going on and actually hear it from the channel itself. I kind of sub and I also rang the bell, which I feel like you guys should do too, if you want to keep up to today with what's going on. And this was literally the most recent thing that he dropped on his channel 2 days ago.
Episode 3 is finally finished after crazy all nighters and basically destroying my health. But I can't post it or I will go to jail. And not only that, I will also immediately lose my lawsuit of $300,000. And the GoFundMe we made for Brian will go straight to this mystery company that I am no longer allowed to talk about. They sent court papers to my email, which I guess a judge approved for them that this was a valid form of service. And so now that I'm officially served, I cannot even mention this company or I will be in jail and everything. Normally I would be like, screw the big guy telling me what to do. I'm going to do what's morally right. But in this situation, if I do that, then all my friends get screwed with this lawsuit and we lose all the GoFundMe money we raised, like immediately. So I am no longer allowed to even mention this mystery company. My personal opinion is that this is unfair because
It is.
this order was put
Totally
on me
is.
because this company was telling the court that I was making bomb threats. I was planning on murdering the manager and employees, which obviously I didn't do, and you can see that in the footage. The only problem is I was not given a chance to share my side. The court just heard their perspective, not mine. So because I wasn't able to share my side, I am now no longer allowed to talk about them, and it looks like this might be it. So, yeah.
Right. Holy shit. What the fuck? What a cliffhanger, right? What the fuck is going on? Like, oh my God. Right. I know all about this. Then we need to get in a Discord call, brother. Brother. because I've been learning about this. Yo, this is fucking insane, dog. Like, so yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Like, excuse my language. This is crazy, right? And the reason why I'm also like titling it the way it is to at least help with some type of awareness. Listen, I know I'm a very small content creator. You know what I'm saying? Um, a blimp, barely a blimp, right? But even if I have 10 people view this, however it looks like, or whatever that looks like, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Because this is fucking crazy. And, and the reason why it struck really, the reason why it struck me the way it did is because I've seen this happen to a lot of people and people that I know of. My boy in chat, literally, his mom has dealt with shit like this. Corporations just getting away with doing fucked up shit. I'm not gonna go into depth, but this is insane at the level of like it's unfair. Even the fact that the police are even involved is like, who do you trust? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you deal with something like this, right? And this is also the reason why most people let fucked up shit happen to them. It's not even that they want it to happen to them or it's like they can't do nothing about it. It's like when you come up to deal with some dickhead like this that is in some type of cult with like you don't know who you're going up against. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of like already terrifies people from even doing any type of, you know what I'm saying, like taking any action, realistically speaking. But anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping. I wanna go back and just pretty much learn what's been going on, right? So there's a lot of stuff on his channel. Um, I'm kind of already caught up on the current drama, or not even the current drama, the current shit that he's dealing with. And I wanted to go through his channel in general just to see what he's about. Like I'm just discovering this guy. Um, but I will go through the current situation. Starting off here, I think 3 weeks ago. It's about an hour long. And
This
I
man
mean,
spent his life
brother, this
collecting
is
what's now
crazy,
known
bro.
as the
Like,
world's
so just to
largest
give
Lego
context to
Star
the
Wars
recent
collection
video,
ever. It's estimated
I
to be
mean,
worth around
Reckless Ben, you could go watch it
$200,000.
yourself.
And then
But
the entire thing got stolen, and the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up. But the craziest part
let me
is
go
that
back
the
real quick.
collector. This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection ever. It's estimated to be worth around $200,000. And then the entire thing got stolen, and the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up. But the craziest part is that the collector doesn't even know that his collection's been stolen. Yeah, the collector's son, Brian, well, he reached out to me because he has no clue how to break this.
Yo, you know what I'm just now noticing? Excuse me. I'm just now noticing that he had to put blurs on his channel on these videos because of what's going on. I don't think these blurs was on Asmund Goat's channel when I watched it, or maybe it was. I'm not sure, but this is crazy. The fact that he's had to blur things off because of what's going on. What?
News to his dad.
At this point, my father had a health episode. We can't bring any stress to him.
The reason he's reaching out to me is because the police are covering this entire thing up. And at this moment, I promised Brian that I would not end this video until I get his entire world record Star Wars collection back.
Brother,
Anyways,
what
the thief
a
of this
journey.
collection is actually a corporation called Bricks and Mini.
Listen, I went through this journey here literally like 4 or 5 hours ago, and now you guys are gonna go through it with me. We're gonna go through it together, bro.
Figs.
Bricks and
It's
minifigs, the biggest toy
it
store
is
of its kind.
it is crazy.
Toy store.
Bricks and minifigs were not just your average Lego store.
This is like, yo, like I'm not gonna lie, like the level of bullshittery that happens, like had me thinking like, yo, this has to be either a script, this has to be rigged, or this has to be some type of play, something like, nah.
Bricks and minifigs is basically seen as the best and safest way to sell your Lego collections.
I'm selling my Legos. So what I'm planning to do with them is take them to my local Bricks and Minifigs.
Because there's so much positive media about them everywhere, Brian thought that this would be the perfect store to finally sell his dad's Lego Star Wars collection.
So I wrote up a contract.
In the contract, it says that these are still the family's Lego sets, but every time one gets sold, the store gets to keep a small percentage of each sale.
This was a store's worth of inventory. So that store that day was nothing but my dad's collection. Like all the shelves filled. They had to bring in extra shelves and filled the whole party room with shelves.
But the owner of the franchise, this woman, well, her husband had to actually leave the country due to some work-related reasons.
My husband and I were planning on moving out of the country. I reached out to
Oh, you sent me a good.
This is something
Okay,
that's
okay.
coming up in the next.
Hold on. My boy just sent me a video. So we're gonna hold on to Reckless Band because we already caught up to it. I haven't watched this though. So let's actually watch this. Who is this? CoffeeZilla? I don't even follow him. I don't even. Let's just watch it.
Collection went missing, causing a lot of you
I
to
don't even know
ask
who
me
he
to
is.
find it. And after seeing the cops point guns at YouTubers, people get arrested and sued for 1.3 million, I decided enough was enough. This looks like a case for the internet detective. This time in the $10 million Lego studio. So I talked to every suspect involved. What I found shocked me.
This was a day ago, huh? This is like cut up to what's going on, huh? Yo, motherfuckers are out here really. Yo, I love this. This is my type of like community right here. We really out here just doing justice, like just handling
before we can find
ourselves,
these
huh?
missing Legos, let's give some background. A massive Star Wars collection was put on consignment at a Lego store called Bricks and Minifigs in Salem, Oregon. Consignment just means the owner, Brian Mansell, gave it to a store to sell, and he was supposed to get a cut when it sold. The entire time, he maintained ownership of the collection, and a social media post estimated it to be worth about $200,000. But then, on November 14th, 2024, everything went wrong. This was the night that Crystal and Ben Gorman, the prior franchise owners of the Salem store, got kicked out by this guy. That is Brandon Best. He and his partner, Josh Johnson, ran a sister store in Eugene, Oregon. And Brandon drove up that night to kick the Gormans out. Brandon and Josh would be taking over the franchise in Salem.
Yo, W. John, this is such a great consolidated like way to just tell what the fuck's been going on, and then his twist, of course. Like, yo, already, bro, to the point.
And this is the exact
I
moment
fuck with
the
it.
Legos
The
go
energy
missing.
already. You know
As
what I'm
that
saying?
store
It's
is getting
clean.
handed over,
The background is clean too.
Is Brian's
That
collection.
AI background
Here's
go
what the
hard,
official Bricks
bro.
and Minifigs press release reads, quote, after taking over the store, we discovered a small number of sets valued between $2,000 to $5,000 that could be possibly related to Mr. Mansell's collection. But there's a problem here. There should be over 10 times that amount in this store, given their internal records and what we know the estimated value of this collection was. So if corporate's saying there was only $2,000 to $5,000 in the store, something happened to these Legos. But what? In order to solve this case, let's think about the suspects. First, who was there that night of the handover? It's only 3 people. Crystal and Ben Gorman, the former franchise owners, and Brandon Best, one of the new owners. These are our 3.
All right, before this keeps going, while I was watching all of this, in my mind, I'm like, yo, this has to be bigger than fucking Legos. Okay, I get the 200,000, right? That's a lot of money. Why is it such a big deal, though? What was it? Did they sell it? And now they have the money and they don't want to pay up? You know what I'm saying? Did they, you know what I'm saying? Did the previous seller use the Legos as currency and paid the person that took over, which is, what's his name? Josh? Because maybe the previous seller owed Josh and these people money, and probably with the collection was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that in my mind, like, I feel like could be the cause of why, but I'm gonna let it keep playing because I don't even know.
Biggest suspects, but they aren't the only ones. I want to address a few other suspects.
They like some drugs in it? Like, we talking about like some crazy Legos? What type of Legos are these? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hi, I am Chris. I was the previous franchise owner who signed the collection agreement with Brian Mansell.
Oh, wow.
And I'm Benjamin Gorman.
Well,
I am the silent partner who's really bad at being silent.
We did have a couple of break-ins at the store.
It's
None of Brian's collections were in the police report or stolen during those.
Okay, so the Gormans say emphatically it wasn't.
Yo, appreciate you for that follow.
If that's the case, what about the guy who was arrested? I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Reckless.
Hold on, let's read. My boy has something to say. He said, it's a good investment. The only get more value. They only get more value. What? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me, because I'm a little cooked. It's a good investment. They only get more valuable. Brian and Linda had a deal. Linda got sued out by corporate, and looks like corporate wanted to keep them since they could be worth more later. They wanted to cut out the middleman if they did sell them. Oh, okay.
This
so they were just trying to.
With a documentary, I tracked down the thief who stole 200.
They were basically trying to say, like, yo, I know these are yours, but who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like they basically just like, yo, I don't like. They really just yoink. They really just say, yo, I don't know what you're talking about.
$1,000 of.
Bro, Josh did what your brother thought you did to him with his cars.
The perfect crime. Make a video.
I swear to God, bro, that shit is funny. Inside joke.
Faces a RICO lawsuit by Bricks and Minifigs. He was even targeted with a search warrant for stolen Legos.
Yeah, I swear, that shit is funny.
We are reported overhearing conversations about possible stolen Legos.
And on top of that, Reckless Spin was even accused of stealing the Legos by the current franchise owner.
I stole the Legos?
What do you think of the theory that it was Reckless Ben? He stole the Legos.
It's absurd. We didn't even know Reckless Ben. He had no interaction, no relation to us, no relation to the store. That doesn't hold any water.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Apologies to the genius cops in Utah who play different.
We play differently here.
But I don't believe that Reckless Ben Lego, mostly because he couldn't. He just wasn't there that night, and I don't even think he knew about these Legos. But who does Ben suspect is holding the Legos since he did this whole documentary series?
The guy who runs the entire company, Ammon McNeff.
The fucking Eve. Bro, he looks like a fucking villain, bro. He literally got the little like
talk to us.
So what's going on? So you guys are holding some of our Legos? No, we're not.
Literally, like, come on, bro.
No.
This is low tier villain right here. Like,
take the Legos.
No, so we have our attorneys have visited, but like again, so who's like
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who's that?
He's a guy who had he had like 200,000.
yo, even his dead stare is insane.
Never happened.
There's like nothing there.
I am the CEO of the Bricks and Minifigs brand.
So my name's Matt McNeff. I'm the COO of Bricks and Minifigs.
The people you just saw are the McNeff brothers. They agreed to speak with me to try to clear their name.
Oh, okay.
They have the Legos.
Respect.
What I can tell you is that we don't have it. We've never had access to them.
It seems to kind of go missing. Parts of it seem to go missing on November 14th.
Well, and I guess no, not at all. I'm going to say, like that is not accurate at all. Because
so you think that the collection was in the store at the time or elsewhere?
Elsewhere. When you look at Mansell's own words that he reiterated to a podcast last year, he explicitly stated to another podcaster the sets were moved off-site for security.
The collection will
Oh, so the CEO is making sure that he's cleaning up his name. I don't understand though what, but I feel like he's.
Now, one thing
This
that's
is
been
so.
a big
Let me shut up.
subject of the
Shut up.
Bricks and
Just-
Minifigs kind of story is, hey, there are these off-site locations. Can you address what that is? Is that true?
So the offsite location in the letter that that corporate is referring to is the original press release that we released when we were launching the collection. In that press release, because we had previous break-ins, I specifically included the location that after this weekend, those Legos would be stored off-site to deter any future thefts. They were briefly stored off-site after that launch weekend while I bought safes for the back room, and then they were moved back into the store.
Okay, so for most of the time, the sets were in the store after y'all got the safes in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ammon McNeff suspects that a lot of the Legos weren't there that night. And then on the other hand, we just heard from Crystal and Ben Gorman explaining the off-site story, saying that later they no longer used those off-site locations. But what do we really know about the Gormans? They are the former franchise owners after all. I mean, shouldn't we be suspicious of everyone? They're one of our key suspects. They were there the night we lost Brian's collection. They were the creators of the consignment deal after all. And one group in particular is pointing their finger at them very hard. It's the McNeffs who say they were behind on payments.
We started getting calls from the landlord letting us know that Crystal was behind on the lease payments at the location. We had also gotten a couple of notices from some of our vendor partners that bills had not been paid by the store. And so we felt pretty strongly that there was going to be a risk of her just, like attempting to file bankruptcy, doing some of these other types of things, which we've had franchisees do in the past, and that's problematic. So that's why we sent him up there to take some video footage. So we needed to just be prepared if we needed to do a hostile takeover, which, can happen in franchising where a franchise owner just, kind of tries to steal inventory and do some different things that way.
Okay, so Bricks and Minifig's story is that they were worried about the Gormans skipping town, so they sent Brandon Best as a secret shopper on October 24th, 2024. This is weeks before the takeover. Brandon takes a video of the store condition in preparation for this handover, but at this point, Brandon does not announce himself to Crystal Gorman. Later, though, on November 14th, once again, the same concern about the Gorman stealing or theft was expressed by the McNeffs.
Brandon was trying to make sure that they weren't taking things from the store, and so he was kind of trying to make sure that he wasn't putting things, like hiding things in the back, and that and while he was watching that, trying to make sure Ben wasn't grabbing stuff from the store and moving it or doing anything along those lines, because he just got.
They moving shady.
She took at least one, if not more than one, cartfuls of things out to her car with her coat draped over it.
So yeah,
shady.
Say, look, they don't trust the Gormans. And they explained it, even further. They said, hey, there's some issues in her past.
She apparently has a retail theft and other criminal arrests on her record that we were not aware of.
When was that?
I don't know. This has been brought out by several people online now.
Now look, that's a huge accusation to bring up. And so obviously I wanted to talk to the Gormans about it.
They're like, she has a history of some type of burglary, theft.
Oh my God. Wow.
They try to pin it on homegirl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nope.
Well, yes.
Well,
you
explain.
know about this.
Explain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better come up with it, because the moment you start lying,
I'm
motherfuckers
45
are gonna...
now. So this was in 1999. Something that happened 25 years ago has no reflection and no bearing on
Yeah,
what
they're
happened in
grasping
the
on
last few
strings
years
and
by
straws.
management of the store, what happened the night corporate seized the store. It is another deflection, and it infuriates me. You're gonna try to publicly embarrass and shame me for somebody that was manipulated by
Defamation of character.
when she was pregnant.
They can also sue.
You.
Yeah.
That's my response to that. I am so sorry. You're gonna have to blur and cut a lot of this, but that pisses me off.
Yeah, that's defamation of character,
I own the mistakes that I have made. You cannot intimidate and bully me into backing down when I know that legally and morally I am in the right and I have the evidence to back it up.
Wow, this is getting kind of
getting hot
and personal at this point, and I just wanted to give people kind of their side. But at every turn, I hope you understand, I'm getting contradictory stories, down to if the McNeffs knew about her history in the first place.
Like, they're bringing up something that I told them about.
Wait, you told them?
Told them. They asked me.
They said they had no idea. They said if we knew, we would have never hired her. Because we would not have hired her.
What? Nah, see, that's...
I had a record from when I was 18.
This is defamation, right?
It was a family
So she can even have a lawsuit against the CEO himself, no?
But they were like, that's so long ago, we're going to hire you based on who you are now.
Or just the company, or the LLC, or whatever he stands for.
One side says up, the other says down, and it gets to the point both sides start hinting that they have photographic proof from the night of November 14th that proves the other side is lying. And so I'm like, look, at this point, let's stop talking. Show me.
Yeah, show me that. Yeah, show me.
Have possession of photos.
Show me it.
Prove that the Gormans are lying. And then you guys are telling me we 100% have possession of photos.
Yeah. It's good that it got steamy because now
who's gonna drop the photos first?
They're gonna drop everything.
Somebody's right here.
And after a lot of convincing, both sides agreed to show me the photos. Corporate and the
show me the Carfax. Yeah,
to do this an hour apart from each other. But let's remember their positions for a second. The Gormans say whatever was left unsold of Brian's collection that was in that store spreadsheet was in Salem store the night of November 14th. Then you have corporate side. They say whatever was left that night was maybe $2,000 to $5,000 of Legos. The rest was either stolen by thieves, the Gormans, or held off site. It was not in that store. And on both sides, there's a lot to lose here, right? You've got the Gormans, who basically have been insinuated to have been stealing. And for Josh and Brandon, too, the new franchise owners, there's a lot on the line. I reached out to Josh, and he told me, I think her pictures would only show a few sets and minifigs. I replied, so if I can prove that the Lego sets were in the store, that will prove Brandon was lying? Josh replies, if it shows something different, then yes, I will eat my words. So the stakes have been established. And let's see the evidence, starting with Matt McNeff. First, he showed me the video, October 24, 2024, for a baseline of how the store looked.
So this is the Salem Kaiser location, is that correct?
Salem Kaiser location, yes.
So is it fair to say I'm seeing quite a few Legos here? I mean, I'm seeing a store of Legos. You'd agree?
There's a good amount of Lego on hand. This isn't what I would say is a well-stocked bricks and minifigs, but it's not terrible. It's I would say a little below average as far as overall stock. So now let's go to November 14th. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So November 14th, when Brandon was in there helping.
Wait, this is the day. This is like the big day.
This is the day.
Hold on, I gotta prep myself emotionally for this.
Okay.
This is a big deal. This is D-Day. This is the big moment. This is Brandon takes over the store. We don't know where the Legos are after this moment.
We don't know where the Legos are after this moment. And I want to point out again that we've had this for a while. We haven't this is the first time we've shown this publicly. We've been waiting for our attorneys to give us the approval to say, hey, this is okay now to share in this capacity. So
wow.
We'll go through these pictures. This is what Josh saw, or not Josh, sorry, Brandon saw. He took pictures of everything in the store, all the inventory in the store. This is what the shelves looked like compared to what you just saw a moment ago.
Okay, so I'm seeing
like
less.
A lot less things were taken.
Like way less.
So yeah, the pictures I was being shown.
If you look,
we'll go through these pictures.
majority of
This is what Josh saw.
the shelves on the bottom,
He took
which
pictures of everything in the
usually
store, all the
are
inventory in the
always the
store.
ones that hold
This is what
the
shelves
biggest
look like
items, I think, or the better
compared to
items.
What you just saw a moment ago.
I mean, regardless, they're all gone.
Okay, so I'm seeing a lot less. Just
I mean, and there's probably more in the bag, like $200,000 worth.
way
Like,
less.
So yeah, the pictures I was being shown on November 14th, those shelves looked emptier than they did on the day of October 24th. But to be fair,
oh
to the
wow,
Mormons,
whoa,
they looked empty like way than they did on the day of.
oh shit, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. At the bottom, bro, the whole shit was gone. They left. They left like nickels and dimes practically.
October 24th. But to be fair to the Gormans, they addressed the empty shelves themselves.
As we get to the very end of this video in particular, right here, you'll see that empty space right here. So this is the retired and certified set section that we have to keep separate from the new in box current sets being sold by Lego. All those empty spaces up there were the sets that we had on display during the day from Brian's collection that every night when the store closed, we pulled off and put back into the safe and then put back out in the morning.
So when they say, see, there's empty space on the shelves, yeah, because we put them in safes at night to keep them safe.
Because we have giant windows.
Excuse me. Had to take a quick little blinker. Okay, so I want to just come back to this.
Displayed during the day from Brian's collection that every night when the store closed, we pulled off and put back into the safe and then put back out in the morning.
Makes absolute sense, right? Why would you leave your expensive merchandise out? God forbid somebody just breaks through. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take your shit. It just takes longer. So what she's saying makes sense.
They say, see, there's empty space on the shelves, yeah, because we put them in safes at night to keep them safe.
Because we have giant windows.
Yeah, it's an explanation that kind of makes sense given the history of burglary. Now, of course, this is something I had to ask the McNeffs about.
Is this a case of, did y'all see Star Wars sets in the back? Did y'all not see the Star Wars sets in the back? Did he take, not in the back, but specifically in a safe? Like there were
So am I to assume that the Star Wars set is the main pieces that are going for so much? I mean, because that would make a lot of sense. Star Wars, like, say what you gotta say out loud.
So the reason why this particular set is worth so much is because anything Lego or of a major franchise that is being made, like Harry Potter, for example. Just as an example, I'm a Harry Potter fan, that's why I say it. Those are limited editions. It's like my PlayStation controller that I have that's specifically for like the OG PlayStation. That's a limited edition controller. It goes up in value the longer
John
you
was
keep
explaining
it.
that. Yeah,
It's it's a collector's item. So the longer that it's preserved, kept in great condition, not used, the more valuable it is. So the Star Wars thing being $200K at the time that they lost that collection because it was taken has gone up.
I think that was one of the main ones, probably. But anyways, let's keep it going.
bunch of Star Wars sets in a safe. Did Brandon see those? Has there been talk of those? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. My understanding is that he took pictures of everything, and all those photos I showed you of the Star Wars were all the photos, was literally all the Star Wars inventory in the store.
Yeah, the McNeffs say all of the photos should be with Brandon of all the Star Wars items. And to be fair to them, they showed me a lot more pictures and even showed me a spreadsheet of all the Star Wars sets in the store the night Brandon took it over. And
okay. So it's a collection of Star Wars things.
And it valued to about like $5,000 to $10,000 or so. But then I had to ask.
Oh, sorry, here's another kind of set.
Okay.
Do you think y'all have all of these?
Very likely.
Okay.
Again, I'd be surprised if we didn't.
But then I couldn't help myself. I started to bring up some of Crystal's photos to see if they matched up.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
So do you see that?
Yep.
So do you see it's in like some kind of like a safe thing? I don't know if you can see the sides there.
Looks like a bookshelf to me, but sure.
Okay, sure, yeah. So I think the important thing is making sure that all of these are in the inventory for Mansell.
Sure. Sure, that's cool.
75041.
Yep. The Vulture Droid.
75169.
169 I'm not seeing, so there may be... Okay, so there's one that is not on our list.
Let's try this.
Okay, nope, not seeing that one either.
You playing naughty games?
493.
3. I don't see that one either. So maybe those were locked at the time, and Brandon did not get those pictures.
All right, that's kind of a problem because the Gormans had over 200 photos of this store.
Nah, this is crazy. I'm just being a troll, right?
A lot more
Nah,
Legos in the Gormans photos by quite a lot
beyond Legos.
that Brandon's photos just didn't show. But corporate didn't really see it that way.
But still, in the grand scheme of things, we're not talking, again, 10 times the amount of sets here.
I don't know. I haven't shown all the photos.
You know, I start thinking too, right, as a business. You know, this person has dropped 200K of value in your store, and knowing that there's going to be an exchange going on, shouldn't you have the courtesy of having him there? That's one, to make sure that his collection is kept either with him, like he can take it, or he watches over it as they do things and, you know, talk to the new, meet the new people, like, and just make sure that everyone is in acquaintance, right? Where is this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why they're not including like their top, what's the word? I want to say, yeah, their top client, literally. They dropped 200K in your store. You're getting a portion of that, not the whole thing, but he should be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that should have been from the get-go, like from the beginning should have been how it just happened. Anytime anything like that happens, any big thing, you have to inform your clients or your shareholders or whoever's is going to be affected by it. They need to know. What do you mean tomorrow I wake up and I'm dealing with a whole new person that doesn't want to give me my stuff? I was just talking to Frank the other day and we chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? He sold one of my things and we was just like, yo, what? And now I can't even talk about whether my stuff is being sold or not.
It really
What?
takes a moment just to communicate.
So you guys just took my shit, basically. And then I'm in the wrong if I want to come into the store and take everything that is worth my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be in the wrong. I can't just come into the store and be like, I got a store credit. I want you guys to give me all of this right here. You know what I'm saying? There's none of that. There's no compensation. They just want to sweep it under the rug. There's nothing like of that sort. And if there is, to the extent of like literally putting the wrong people in prison, like that makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, it's because of what I know of the updates, or you know what I'm saying? Like, this is good. This is good insight. This is a little bit more knowledge, but it's just like, this is wild. It's just wild.
If there's a calculable figure that we can look at and say, great, this is what was there, I promise you it's not $100,000 worth of Lego. And so where's the rest of it? He got me. I don't know.
Maybe I'm a little too in my head about this.
You guys already got some stuff missing. That's your fault.
Some U-Haul thing. There's no way.
Oh, yeah. Have we talked about the U-Haul yet? We gotta talk about the U-Haul for a second. This is another one of those things that was like really disputed between the two parties. Was this U-Haul that supposedly was driven up to the store the night of the takeover.
So when Brandon came to the store that night, he was driving a U-Haul truck.
Now, in typical fashion, this was immediately disputed.
Brandon showed up to the Salem store in a rental car. When he came to get the keys from Crystal, he was there in a rental car, not in a U-Haul.
It wasn't until after he told me he was taking the keys and locking me out that I really kind of paid attention to the fact that he had a large, not the small, the large U-Haul truck.
So yeah, I just kept hearing about this U-Haul truck. Now, why is it significant, U-Haul or not? Well, one, a U-Haul truck can fit a lot of Legos, but the big reason it mattered to me was because I was actually called by an ex-employee of the Bricks and Minifig store in Eugene, Oregon. Remember, that's the one that Brandon and Josh owned, and he told me something very interesting.
I'm a former employee, started in 2024, and I was working under the old manager, Brian, and he sold the store to Brandon, Best, and Josh.
What store was this? Bricks and Minifigs where? Okay, now what did you see that made you want to talk to me?
I saw Reckless Ben's YouTube video about the Salem store closing down because when I was talking to my co-workers about the situation about Salem, and we were told through other employees that it was just a bad area to work in. It was like haunted, if you will, is what was going around. But after seeing the video of Reckless Ben, he exposed them.
Time out.
What store was this? Bricks and Minifigs where? Okay, now what did you see that made you want to talk to me?
Previous subtitles were like interrupting the actual sub.
Reckless Ben's YouTube video about the Salem store closing down because when I was talking to my co-workers about the situation about Salem, and we were told through other employees that it was just a bad area to work in. It was like haunted, if you will, is what was going around. But after seeing the video of Reckless Ben, he exposed them, and it makes a lot more sense with what we dealt with Brandon and Josh. Like, oh, Crystal stole Lego sets and bolted out of the country.
Who says that?
Brandon Best told us. When he was dropping off all the Lego sets to us that night. They used Lego sets. That set were like saran wrap. They had Star Wars City. They used a lot of stuff. It was like a medium-sized U-Haul truck.
Wait, they brought a U-Haul truck.
Yeah, from Salem to Eugene.
And to Eugene, and it had a bunch of Star Wars sets on it?
Yeah, Star Wars sets, like everything. A bunch of used stuff too.
Wait, when and was this when they took over the store from Crystal?
I believe so, yes. Yes, because he said that Crystal stole Legos and left the country.
While he has a U-Haul of Legos?
Yeah.
Interesting. Weird.
So, and he said, we're just going to hold on to this stuff until corporate tells us where we have to distribute it. And we're like, oh, well, it'd make more sense if we could take it. We're kind of struggling with, the product we put on the shelves.
Oh my gosh. We really got to find out. Was there a U-Haul that night or not? Because everybody's disagreeing about it. This Eugene, Oregon guy says, oh yeah, a U-Haul showed up with Star Wars sets in it. Brandon was talking about the Salem store. You've got Matt McNabb saying there was no U-Haul there. It was a rental car. You've got Crystal saying, yeah, I thought it was really weird. There was a U-Haul truck there. So I told the McNabbs, I really got to find out what the truth is here.
If you know anything about it, let me know, because that's just something I heard.
I do, and it has nothing to do with the Salem store. Well, at least not the Salem store in the way that it is there. Brandon showed up to the Salem store in a rental car. When he came to get the keys from Crystal, he was there in a rental car, not in a U-Haul.
So when there was the handoff, there wasn't a U-Haul; it was a rental car.
Correct. He was there in a rental car.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think any of the, like, if you were to look at the footage, the Ring cameras, all that stuff, you won't see a U-Haul sitting anywhere in the parking lot.
So after hearing all of this, I realized, look, I just got to find the evidence. So I start sifting through these photos I have, right? I realize I have a parking lot photo. I check it. No U-Haul, just a red truck out there. I check another photo where you can see the window, but the problem is it's night outside, so you can't see. And so I'm looking at everything I can, and there's just nothing, I have this alternate angle. I'm looking at that, and then zoom in on that photo. Bring up the brightness of this photo a little bit and...
Homie said detective on who? I love it when regular civilians just do the jobs better than the people getting paid. It's kind of crazy. It's a little insane, right?
I check another photo where you can see the window, but the problem is it's night outside, so you can't see. And so I'm looking at everything I can, and there's just nothing, you know? And I have this alternate angle, I'm looking at that, and then...
Quote. Big brain. He used his vision.
My gosh.
He used his third eye.
In the parking lot, right outside of the store, the night
Now
of
they
November
can't
14th,
deny it.
2024. This is something that Matt said he had seen footage of, and it couldn't be true.
The person who invented or started distributing glass. Shouts out to you, my guy.
And again, I believe I have seen footage.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
After seeing this, I said, I really have to make a call. And that's when the story changed.
So last night, I talked with Matt McNeff. I brought up this question of the U-Haul.
Or
He
woman.
told me emphatically there was no U-Haul.
Could be.
Y'all came to me this morning. You said, hey, we looked into it. There actually was a U-Haul there that night. Can you clear up what that's about?
So there's actually two different things that are going on here, just to help you understand. And I don't know if you want this particularly not on the record, but we do know of a disgruntled former employee that worked at another location that back on the 24th of October, there was a U-Haul that went to a storage unit in Salem for I
don't trust these guys.
Franchisee, you know, like for a different situation that we had just, you know, gone through some things, and he had a previously, you know, like, hey, I have some inventory that I didn't turn over that I was supposed to. It's at this storage location. You guys can come pick it up. And so Brandon was sent on that day to pick up.
Bro, he seems to know a little too much about, you know, hold on, let me, about Legos. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Inventory.
like, and this is just his office.
So when we're talking about this ex-employee,
Yo, where's MTV when you need them? We need a crib tour. You feel me?
you're saying they are conflating the October 24th event of U-Haul coming up to Legos with sometime after November 14th, after the store takeover. Is that correct? Am I understanding that?
Yes.
So this is now kind of a strange story. Corporate is saying there was a U-Haul at the Eugene store dropping off Lego, but that was from a different night, different collection. The CEO says Brandon showed up to Salem on October 24th for his secret shopper job with Crystal, and separately, he also was getting a different collection of Legos that also included Star Wars, and that's what he brought to the Eugene store, and the former employee is remembering. Then, weeks later, on November 14th, Brandon supposedly shows up again with a U-Haul, but the reason isn't for hauling Legos.
Brandon flew in to Eugene that night. At midnight. So flew from Utah on the 13th, but landed in Oregon on like midnight of the 14th. Went and got a rental truck, and then went and stayed at a trailer that had previously been moved.
All right. I'm sorry. This Cleon duck? Fire. I needs me one of these guys right here. You telling me that's not clean? Hold on, I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. But hold on. You telling me You telling me that duck right there is spinning is not clean?
Camper trailer in anticipation of the potential hostile takeover previously.
I need to stop. I'm sorry.
You have mad fun with the.
I'm having a little too much fun. I'm sorry, gang. Sorry. I'm gonna rewind it. Sorry.
Is that why the former employee is remembering? Then, weeks later, on November 14th, Brandon supposedly shows up again with a U-Haul, but the reason isn't for hauling Legos.
Brandon flew in to Eugene that night. At midnight. So flew from Utah on the 13th, but landed in Oregon on like midnight of the 14th. Went and got a rental truck, and then went and stayed at a trailer that had previously been moved up there in anticipation, meaning like a camper trailer, in anticipation of the potential hostile takeover previously.
Is that why he had a U-Haul? Is that the reason he had a U-Haul was for this camper, or what's going on with the?
Yes. So then what happens is he takes his rental vehicle truck, and he tries to connect the trailer, the camping trailer, to that truck, and it's not rated for that particular weight, and he realized, oh crap. He called around and found that U-Haul had a rating for one of their box trucks, and so he grabbed that, went and got it at 10 a.m. on the 14th, and so he then went and hooked that trailer up to the camping trailer to a U-Haul, drove that trailer down to another location where he could set up the camping trailer in Salem, dropped off the camper trailer, and then he arrived in a U-Haul to the Salem store. And then when
that's what I'm thinking, right? Yo, that me up, chat. That me up, babe. Yo, this is chat. Yo, chat. Yo, what's good, chat? What's good, babe? Yo, what's good, babe? Yo, that's what I'm saying. Yo, this man is way too detailed. Like, why is he so like specific, like about shit? Like, it feels like he's trying to think of shit up. Not only in the moment, don't get me wrong. I don't allegedly, right? Everything I'm saying is allegedly. I just feel like he's in on it. Like he knows more than what he's saying. And that's also holding like information. Like you're lying by omission. Like if you know what's going on and you know that you are the answer to, brother, just because you don't lie, but you don't say the truth, doesn't make it okay. You're still lying by omission. There is no in between.
Dropped off the camper trailer, and then he arrived in a U-Haul to the Salem store, and then went in, said hi to Crystal, and then as she was leaving, the door shuts, and so he locks it, calls the locksmith, takes him a while to finish up the changing of the locks. Brandon at this point is pretty exhausted, so and he has an hour drive back to Eugene to drop off the rental truck. So he drops it off at midnight or 1 o'clock, something like that. Grabs the rental truck and then heads back up to the camper trailer in Salem, and then probably gets in at around 2 or 3 in the morning. Spends a couple of, that's a little bit of sleep before he has to head back to the store at 9 a.m. before the other employees get there. The timeline that is trying to be portrayed just makes absolutely zero sense.
Okay, so I asked, obviously, for documentation of all of this from Brandon, and here's what I got. First, the U-Haul contract on November 14th. Checks out what we already know. Then I got sent a photo, the last one Brandon took in the Salem store, dated 9:44 p.m., where you can see what looks like the inside of a bird cage that the Gormans had. And lastly, I was sent a photo Brandon took of the mileage in the U-Haul as he dropped it back off at the rental place on November 15th, 12:41 a.m. Now, the time gap there is about 3 hours between the last photo in Salem to dropping the U-Haul off, which is a bit of a problem for our timeline.
Yeah, it took like 4 hours. I mean, I worked till like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, I gotta get up early for, my other job.
You moved 4 hours of Legos out of this truck.
Yeah.
All right, So, as weird as this U-Haul thing is, the timeline just doesn't fit, to be honest. If it took 4 hours to unload, you can't also drive to another city, load and unload and drop off the U-Haul in that time. But still, even if this is true, it's pretty weird, and it's one of the most bizarre stories I've ever heard, to have a U-Haul thing back to back. One of the times you're picking up Legos, the other time you're not, you're taking a camper. Nevertheless, without more proof, we kind of have to move on to another theory of how to find these missing Lego. This time, let's take the photographs that we have and reconstruct what was in the night on November 14th. Remember, that's the moment we lost the Lego. And this time, we're going to combine it with 2 more things. First, from corporate, I got the point of sale records from the Salem store from 2023 to 2024. And secondly, from Crystal Gorman, I got her internal records of Brian's inventory of what was sold or not in order to pay him and keep track of prices. Now, before we piece things together, I need to address something. At the beginning of this story, you saw the social post saying this collection was worth $200,000. That's what everyone knows this story as, the $200,000 Lego collection. But sadly, that post was entirely wrong. In Crystal Gorman's inventory, which has a high and low estimate value of these various Lego items, the real estimated value is about $107,000. They give high estimates and low estimates, but that's right there in the middle. And for simplicity, I'll just be using averages and estimates here, but understand that, these numbers are not firm, given that they're unsold Legos. It's just rough possibilities. But the point is, it's worth nowhere near $200,000. And Reckless Ben, the one who made the original video covering this, said that surprised him.
Yeah, this entire time, literally every single person's been telling me there were $200,000. Like, that's how much, you could sell all these sets for.
My original assessment of about $200,000 was going up to his father's house and looking in 3 different rooms with all the sets. It was before I'd actually gone through and had set numbers and done an actual evaluation. I looked at it and went based on as things progressed and as I started to delve more into the actual inventory and evaluating it, that number changed. But we put out the press release well in advance of the event itself, so that press release went out before I had those full numbers. So we went, this is a nice even number that will grab attention and bring people into the store, so we went with that.
And still, to believe that is accurate at the high end. It was one of those things where when she was looking through and going, well, it says this and it says this, you don't think even at the high end?
You haven't actually seen the spreadsheet.
No, I haven't.
You might want to cut that part out because he hasn't actually seen the inventory sheet.
The spreadsheet says about from between 85,000 to 120 something thousand, in the midpoint about 107 or something like that of what was inventory. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been a really big point of misinformation to clear up, because if we're ever going to find the missing Lego, we need to start with the right number, the right value. It's about $107,000. Now, between 2023 and 2024, the Gormans record sales of about $24,000 of Brian's collection in their inventory tracking list. And of those sales, Brian was entitled to about 65 to 70% of it.
Can I quickly just say, my guy? Yo, what's good, cricket lover? Yo, what's good? Please reply. What's good, cricket lovers? Yo, so my thing is that... Oh, right, what I was gonna say before, my fault. I got enticed by cricket lover. Nah. Anyways, what I was gonna say is I love that this channel, this guy, for this video, actually doesn't cut out anything, right? When it comes to the well, that's not true, because I did see some cuts here and there, but seems like there are things that he doesn't cut out that feels like need to be said, even though they say cut it out. He doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
If we're ever going to find the missing Lego, we need to start with the right number, the right value. It's about $107,000. Now, between 2023 and 2024, the Gormans record sales of about $24,000 of Brian's collection in their inventory tracking list. And of those sales, Brian was entitled to about 65 to 70% of it. He was paid $17,000, which roughly tracks with that. Which means on November 14th, the big night, the remaining amount of Brian's collection that should have been in there is about $82,000. Now, it doesn't take a genius to realize this is a very different number than corporate provided, who found only $2,000 to $5,000 of it linked to Brian. And later they said they only found $13,000 to $15,000 in total Lego Star Wars.
So you're talking maybe $11,000 to $15,000 total Star Wars, and that's all Star Wars inventory in the whole store.
So that's corporate side of the story, but I didn't want to take their word for it. So I went through Crystal's photos myself, which she shared with me, and hired people to go through and hand tag the Star Wars Legos that were in these photos. We looked through over 200 plus photos, multiple videos, and matched what we saw with Brian's collection. In the end, I ended up with about $21,000 of Legos matching Brian's collection that can be proven to be in the store on the night of November 14th.
But there's still a huge chunk missing.
That's about 3 to 5 times what corporate estimated, at least on their press release. Now, yes, there are inherent errors in these estimates. Maybe we picked up some Lego that matched Brian's collection, but wasn't Brian's. But even though this is a bigger number than corporate said, I have to admit, even with pretty generous assumptions being made, there's still a huge gap of about $61,000 here that I just couldn't find. But then I learned Brian had made a special side deal with M&R Productions, who had recently purchased some Legos from him. And this is where it starts to get messy. So these are the pictures that M&R Productions sent me, looking at the Lego that Brian sold him. This was stuff reportedly in storage, and it's interesting because of an early inventory list, which had a column called Location that Crystal used. And it listed a lot of the Star Wars items as being located in what they called storage. Now, previously I was told that all of the stuff in storage was put back in the store, but there's a bunch that's on this list that I can't find in the store that seem to appear in these pictures. Now, I've been assured, by the way, that most of these Legos were not part of the inventory spreadsheet. They were never given to Bricks and Minifigs. This is a separate part of the collection, but I did a check, and 100% of the items that match the Brian collection inventory just so happen to be listed with a location of storage. So this starts to make things incredibly fuzzy, and I'm inclined to believe that a lot of these are part of that same inventory list. Now, if we take that value of the side deal, that's about $10,000 to $20,000 that's not actually missing. Now, it was at this point I started looking more at the point of sales records. I realized maybe we could find some of this missing Lego there too. So this is from the Salem internal store records. Like, I guess this is what is entered when someone does a sale, and it's everything from September 2023 to November 2024 of Star Wars anything. And by the way, before we continue, yes, this was all a lot of work. If you want to, please support us on Patreon. That's how this show gets made. But anyways, according to those records, about $51,000 in sales went through during this time period in a way that matched Brian Mansell's collection. Now, that really worried me because Crystal's inventory list showed only $24,000 in sales for Brian, and Brian was only paid for that amount. But suddenly, I remembered back to a time when I spoke to Crystal, and I asked how much was sold prior to the takeover.
Which is something similar from what you told me, Crystal.
Yeah.
You told me, hey, it was about 50-something thousand.
Yeah.
But Brian was only paid $17,000.
Okay.
And it should have been about double that. And I'm just trying to make sense of that, given that everyone's accusing each other of theft right now. You understand?
I mean, without seeing any of those records, without seeing those individual tickets, I can't answer that any better.
Okay, this is kind of a problem. The math ain't math in here. 65 to 70% of 50,000 is almost double what we believe Brian was paid. And digging into the details, it turns out a lot of these sales come from what Crystal's spreadsheet actually categorizes as layaways, meaning they were marked as having been sold, but layaways are when someone puts a down payment on an item and later pays it off. But the problem was there were a lot of these, worth about $20,000 in layaway, and that felt a little strange to me. And because of that, I asked Josh Johnson, the incoming owner, and he responded, quote, "There were 2 to 3 items on layaway when they took over."
So on the list of on the inventory list, do you know about how many layaways?
I haven't gone through and done a count, but I know it was vastly more than 2 to 3.
It was about 98.
That makes sense.
So there were about $15,000 to $25,000 worth of sets on layaway.
Okay.
That's just the part that's surprising. That's the part that I can't get my head around. I go, how could, let me just be really honest. I don't believe there was that much layaway. I don't know. I don't know how that's possible. How could there be that much layaway? I don't know. It's like I don't believe, because I was talking to some people about bricks and minifigs. They go, yeah, there's some layaway. There's not that much layaway. I talked to people who were neutral, kind of on corporate side, but also people who were just normal bricks and minifigs people. They say there's not that much layaway. Help me understand why there's $20,000 worth of layaway here.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely. If you talk to other bricks and minifigs locations, layaway is extremely rare. I think outside of the Brian's collection, I don't.
Okay, good. I'm not crazy here. So then why was there so much layaway there?
No, absolutely not. Outside of Brian's collection, I think at the time we maybe had 2 used sets on layaway outside of his collection. Okay. It was not a common thing traditionally. I don't know that we'd ever done layaway before the collection came in. With Brian's collection, it was a little bit different because so much of this collection were new in box, all in one place, reasonably priced, and a lot of the harder to find items. And so customers would come in and put, I'm gonna guess probably half of those layaway items were not gonna be sold to the person who took them on layaway, because we had several that would put them on layaway and then change their mind. So this was something like, somebody would come in and want 10 different sets but only be able to buy 1. Can I put the rest of those on layaway so you don't sell them? I'll pay $10 to put these sets on layaway. Traditionally with layaway, we would ask for 10% down. They'd have 30 days to make their next payment, or we'd refund the layaway amount and then put it back on the shelf. Because this collection was the collection it was, and I wanted to give these people the opportunity to, to get these sets, we were a lot more generous with how long and the amount of payments that people could make towards the layaway. So a lot of these, we had several of them. I think one of the Ewok villages, we put on layaway 4 different times, and then it came off of layaway and back on layaway and then off and then sold. So a lot of these would have gone on and off of layaway and then back out on the shelf, just depending on the person who was putting it on layaway. That was completely unique to this collection.
So look, I'll be honest, I don't trust Josh Johnson, but something is weird here.
So a lot of these are, look at this, it says POS final sale price, but it's listed as a layaway, but it's sold for $5.99.
Yeah.
Because it matches with the store sale price.
Okay.
So were they on layaway? Were they accidentally marked layaway on the spreadsheet? What's going on there?
I mean, without seeing the actual sales ticket and seeing what else, what items were sold together, what else was sold with it, I can't actually see the sales ticket. We had several layaway items in which customers were putting multiple things on layaway, paying for most of one item, and then, or they were buying, 8 different things together.
I see what you're saying, Hype.
Putting all of them on layaway and making payments on multiple items at the same time.
I'm gonna be genuinely honest. To me, I agree with what you're saying. It sounds like they're all in on some type of thing. It is a little weird. She does come off as just being I want no part of this. I'm just saying what I know. What I don't know, I don't know, right? But him pointing out that there were layaways of Brian's set that were fully paid off but marked as layaway seems suspicious, because as a salesman, right, I know that when things are put, I used to be a salesman, when things were put on layaway and paid off, we made the attempt to deliver, or you know what I'm saying, we wanted to get that out of the store. You know what I'm saying? Is the whole point, right? Realistically speaking, right? Or we want it. One, why is because me, salesman, right? Worked at Raymore and Flanagan High. We got paid on delivery commission. I don't know how they work, but what I'm trying to say is usually layaway when it's paid off, that's it. It's yours. Get it? Go. You know, usually it's same day that it's paid off. Why is there multiple items set on layaway that are fully paid?
Weird.
Right? Like that makes no
For
sense.
Ewok Village was one of those cases. At some point.
Unless it's just like bad data keeping.
Bad data keeping is an excuse.
Oh, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like saying bad data keeping to what they did to you. But now you gotta pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
How is that my fault? That you're not. I gave you my shit. It's your responsibility to take care of my stuff. And if stuff goes missing, I should get compensated the amount that I should be getting, like if it were sold, right? I don't need the full amount, right? You take whatever portion you feel is deemed fair or whatever. But if you lost it, I need my compensation. Like, you feel me? That's just me. Like, you feel me? Yeah. Hive says, like them being like, I don't know how to check that, or we can see this, but man's that's doing the research found it. Then does this take place? Like, here, when does this take place? Brother, this is happening right now. Oh, can I hear you? No, I cannot hear you, John. I cannot hear you at all. Hold on, gang.
He's yelling.
Hello? John? Maybe it's because yeah, look at that. It was set to the wrong one. Hold on. Hold on. Hello? There we go. We hear him.
I hear John too.
Yes, sir, he. But yeah, I hear you now. Okay, so Vic is saying this is like recent. This is like current, like literally is happening right now. Like it's been happening in the course of like the past month or two? Maybe a little longer. You know what I'm saying? So like this year, definitely. Like, and it's still ongoing and it's like getting a little crazier and to a scale where it's like
5 months. Almost done.
It's getting crazy, right? Because high key, if it's like recent, then no excuse. All businesses be having their own little tests or video on how to keep up with data and stuff. So again, making it seem like a team effort. Yeah, that's what I'm also saying. Like,
yeah,
there is no excuse about like, oh, I didn't know data. Yo, why are you not? Either you're not doing your job, or there's something that is not being said.
He had, I think, like 8 or 9 different items on layaway. So they'd come in and make a payment for a bulk payment. I've got 800 things.
Okay, hold on. Here's her. Oh, okay, so she's explaining like the layaway situation a little bit. Hold on.
Multiple things on layaway, paying for most of one item, and then, or they were buying, 8 different things together, and then putting all of them on layaway and making payments on multiple items at the same time. Our Ewok Village was one of those cases. At some point, he had, I think, like 8 or 9 different items on layaway. So they'd come in and make a payment for a bulk payment. I've got 800 things on layaway. I'm gonna make $100 on my payment.
Okay, no, that's true.
In particular, would do.
That is true. That is true. That is completely true.
That, and then when he'd gotten up high enough to pay for one set, we'd pull that set out, mark it as sold. So without seeing the actual tickets and my layaway records, I cannot answer a question any clearer.
Nah, she's valid. Nah, she's valid. That is actually true.
POS data. I also found about $10,000 in sales that match Brian's collection that were.
Because even in Raymore and Flanagan, there would be like sets that you would buy. Like let's say you put out like $1,000 deposit. Usually that would already pay for like a nightstand, right? But you're not gonna come back and take the nightstand when you still need the, you know what I'm saying, the other furniture.
Right.
So it's true, we do hold it down for a little bit until the whole set is paid, if that's how you want to do it. So I'll take what I said. I'll take back what I said. It still sus though, but the whole thing is just sus.
Were not found.
Okay.
Were explained by the POS system because they were found in the POS system as being sold. So like they weren't marked on the spreadsheet, but they were marked as sold via the POS system. And this is about $10,000 worth of Lego that basically were matched.
Huh. See, and I don't know. Take anything happening from, let's see, sorry, I'm trying to do math here. I don't know without being able to see all of the records. There is a possibility that the consignments were ended when I wasn't at work, and I just didn't
Yo, Victor, you're funny.
in the consignment ticket. I hadn't gone.
He said, now it's out of no.
In a couple of months. I hadn't gone through the inventory in the back room in a couple.
Yo, that's funny as
So
hell.
it is entirely possible there were sales that were finished that I never clocked as being finished. I don't know that without going through and actually seeing.
Nah, I hear you though.
But you're saying it's possible stuff was sold, not updated on this inventory list.
It's entirely possible that stuff did not get updated on my spreadsheet. I'm not going to sit here and claim it's not possible. It's possible I missed things.
So where does this leave us? I know some people are jumping to conclusions here, but I must remind you that on the night of November 14th, 2024, Crystal Gorman was concerned about Brian getting paid or not getting paid.
He has not been paid his percentage yet, and if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
Okay. So Crystal, ultimately, that's a business thing and not necessarily yours. Brandon will take, it's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
So obviously, one could see that and say she was intending to reconcile with Brian. Maybe she hadn't gotten around to it. And of course...
Wait, is this the lady in the counter, John? The one that they were like messing with in the other guy's video? Okay, this is a completely different lady. Oh, okay.
This thing and not necessarily yours. Brandon will take, it's taking on the business.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm seeing her behind the counter right there, and I'm like, I think my brain is trying to like correlate if I seen her before, but no. It was a lot. This is me coming back and rewatching things and it being broken down, so I'm pretty sure that I saw everything, but I'm telling you, I was just like watching like 2, 3, 4 hours. Wow. What?
The video that was calling the police on them is from the new franchise. It has nothing to do with Linda or whatever her name is.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's a completely different woman.
Got you.
I won't know how much I need to pay him.
Okay. So Crystal, ultimately, that's a business thing and not necessarily yours. Brandon will take, it's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
So obviously, one could see that and say...
So they just took it off her hands.
To reconcile with Brian, maybe she hadn't gotten around to it. And of course, corporate will probably take a more cynical view of what she's doing by printing these receipts. But the point is, regardless of whose side you're on, I think we can all agree there's a lot of weird stuff here on all sides. Abnormal stuff. Sure, maybe you can chalk some of this up to bad record keeping between the U-Haul, the layaways, the $20,000 Lego sets that corporate called $2,000 to $5,000 that was there that night, the off-book deals. But even if we can't like fully know 100%, what these weird things were about, I think they tell a story of what actually happened to Brian's collection. In a way, multiple people, I think, are kind of right, kind of wrong. The Gormans were correct that more of that collection was there that night of the takeover than previously thought. But corporate also alleged that some of it was offsite, and that appears to be partly true, although some of that is disputed, and it looks like, way more of the collection was sold and layawayed than Brian was paid for. But all in all, there's a lot less missing than many people think, especially if your starting number is $200,000. I estimated, and I must emphasize, estimated with bad records, that there's only about $10,000 to $20,000 in Lego that isn't explained by one of these sources. This isn't to say Brian's been fully compensated. Much of this Brian wasn't paid for that I know of. So I estimate he's still out about $50,000 to $83,000 for Lego he wasn't compensated for. And I think honestly that's something that Bricks and Minifigs obviously should handle and make right. Regardless of what a franchisee does, the new one, the old one, the company behind it must stand behind their product, their service, and I can't imagine a better example of a company doing the opposite. Unfortunately, Bricks and Minifigs has chosen to deflect and dodge responsibility at most opportunities and created a really awful customer experience that has snowballed into this crazy series of events. But instead of taking accountability for that, they've taken an aggressive legal strategy, which I told them personally was a horrible idea. As of writing this, Brian Mansell is being sued for $1.3 million as part of a legal campaign against him and Reckless Ben and any of the associates. Remember, Brian is the same guy who lost all these Legos at Bricks and Minifigs store. And I told the CEO and COO that's ridiculous and they should drop this. Look, mistakes have been made by plenty of people here, but there's a lot more people who have inflicted self-owns, the likes of which we've rarely seen, by just choosing the worst possible path at every fork in the road. No pun intended. But the best path to making things right, in my view, is by just making Brian whole and moving on. Drop the aggressive legal strategy. You are a Lego store at the end of the day. You are supposed to be about fun, not about a rerun of Suits. But anyway, that's my investigation. Those are my closing thoughts.
Deep.
And I knew I wanted to approach everyone involved in this whole story with my results and see what they thought to close things out.
Does all that make sense to you? Because I'm showing everyone in this story and saying, hey,
the thing
are any of these numbers blowing your mind, or is any of this crazy to you?
No, it's not crazy. But what's crazy, again, like all the photo evidence that both sides have points to there being, sure, $20,000 worth of Lego in this of Star Wars Lego in the store that night, right? I don't know, man. I'm just like, can people understand maybe why there was some confusion and why there was some hesitation when somebody comes in and says, hey, you owe me $60,000 worth of product in Lego, and we go, we don't even know who you are. Like, yeah, Crystal mentioned something about consignment on her way out the door. And we go, sure, we'll get that figured out. But then the guy just walks in and demands $60,000 worth of Lego? Like, what am I supposed to do other than say, cool, show me, can you show me the proof?
The problem is there's so much of a dispute on the timeline, and this is what's going to make this story so hard to tell, is like, they say, you guys are unreasonable. They tried, and eventually they gave up.
Victor said,
with like,
bro, I can't with her Velma looking ass, bro. She just admitted she said stuff was sold and not uploaded while she wasn't there. And it was like, who the fuck uses spreadsheets? It's in 2026, Great Depression has data. Yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot of people that still use spreadsheets.
A contract are
the
a good start.
education system, especially.
Yeah, but we never got that. That was never sent to us at corporate, by the way.
Y'all do have the spreadsheet though, yeah? Y'all have the spreadsheet.
That was shared online, but
you know that saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'm so.
What is broke?
But sometimes it don't have to be broke just to make it look better.
BAM Franchising Inc.
Or make it work better. I'm just saying.
bricksandminifigs.com.
What are you looking at?
Where do you get the
Salem.or at bricksandminifigs.com. That's you guys. It says owned by BAM Franchising Inc. It says created September 6, 2024. When I look at it, This is the Mansell list, I believe.
I'm gonna be real with you. Let me rewind.
So I mean, that's kind of the
right. A spread, like I understand.
But the problem.
$50,000 worth of Lego. Like, what am I supposed to do other than say, "Cool, show me"? Can you show me the proof?
The problem is there's so much of a dispute on the timeline, and this is what's going to make this story so hard to tell. Is like they say you guys are unreasonable. They tried, and eventually they gave up. But they say they tried it. They were basically met with like unreasonable requests, things like that. So
verification, documentation, is that unreasonable? Do you think?
Well, I think they would say they provided the documentation, and you guys say you need more documentation. So I mean, that's kind of the
right. A spread, like I understand, a spreadsheet and a contract are a good start.
Yeah.
What you mean it's a good start?
That was never. It's not unreasonable.
Bruh.
So annoying.
Yo. Whose man's is this?
Provided the documentation, and you guys say you need more documentation. So I mean, that's the
not him.
Right. A spread, like I understand, a spreadsheet and a contract are a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we never got that. That was never sent to us at corporate, by the way.
Y'all don't have the. Y'all do have the spreadsheet though, yeah? Y'all have the spreadsheet.
That was shared online, but months after we asked for it.
It says it's. I'm so confused. It says I'm on the file right.
Homie say, "Oh, you think me asking for proof is messed up? Okay, I guess documentation. Okay, well, no, that's not it." Homie tells him, "Well, they came with the documentation. Oh, well, you know what they brought wasn't all that. Well, I mean, yeah, a contract and what was it? And fucking some paperwork. That's a good start. Nigga, he brought you the fucking contract. What do you mean? That's literally it."
He's so
What
annoying.
more? What proof do you need him to pull out his fucking ass for you? Like
the original receipt.
this head ass, bro. This shit rage baited me. No, for real, bro. I'm telling you. Oh, this is rage bait. You should watch the other video. This is just one side, bro, that John just put me on. Literally.
So entitled.
The reason why I even know about this is because of this guy right here, bro. That guy right there. He's going through some crazy shit. I ain't gonna hold you, man. He kind of put himself in it, but
a good start.
Yeah.
But he didn't realize.
Yeah, but we never got that. That was never sent to us at corporate, by the way.
Y'all don't have the. Y'all do have the spreadsheet though, yeah?
That was shared online, but months after we asked for it.
It says it's. I'm so confused. It says I'm on the file right now. It says storage used, owned by BAM Franchising Inc. Owner Salem.or bricksandminifigs.com.
What are you looking at?
It says owner Salem.or at bricksandminifigs.com. That's you guys. It says owned by BAM Franchising Inc. It says created September 6, 2024. And when I look at it, this is the Mansell list, I believe.
So this would have been created under we have
y'all definitely have this. Y'all have access.
Huh?
Well, I had no idea. Like, so if this is the first that anybody.
Vic, now is another I didn't know.
Has shown me that
how you a CEO of a company and you have no idea what the fuck is going on in your company.
Like, and all of this stuff was archived.
Worth $200,000, DK, allegedly.
The spreadsheet was created by Crystal. And we don't know how accurate it is, how up to date it was. We don't know.
CEO, by the way.
And understand. Oh, this owned me. I had no idea. Like,
definitely
the sale. You know what I'm saying?
I was just looking.
Y'all definitely have this. Y'all have access to this.
Well, I had no idea. Like, so if this is the first that anybody has shown me that a spreadsheet was created using like Bricks and Minifigs Salem, like, and all of this stuff was archived. This is the first I've seen that this spreadsheet was created by Crystal, and and we don't know how accurate it is, how up to date it was. We don't know a lot of those types of things, and understand. I appreciate you sharing this with us because we had no idea. Again, you don't know what you don't know, and you can't, like, we don't know everything, and we don't go, you know, like, looking in every nook and cranny everywhere, you know, like, we just don't know some of those things. So if that's there, we can now have our team go look for that.
When it comes right down to it, they're going to have to make a judgment call and say, who's telling the truth? The people who were taking all the pictures and say, and we couldn't take pictures of everything the night of, but we're being honest consistently, and the people who are saying, there was $5,000 there. Really? Like, that makes no sense. We've got the evidence, and yes, there's a discrepancy. We acknowledge we did not take pictures of everything, but does that mean that the discrepancy is, oh, and therefore these missing, percentage, whatever that would be, 5%, is some magical other place?
Look, to be honest, I'm on the fence, right? Because it's like, you can't quite trust these people. You just gotta hear what they gotta say, and you can't quite trust the CEO either, right? There has to be a middle, because there was something that happened in the middle that both of these people know or don't know. Regardless, something in the middle that shit went missing.
Sitting there in the store, and we didn't get pictures of it.
If I messed up, if I messed up on my record keeping, I will take accountability for that. It's possible. If my staff didn't draw attention that consignments had left out, so I'd move them to the thing. Any of that, I will take accountability to that. I am more than willing to do that. I need BAM to show me those tickets.
As they promised to do.
I will sit down with Brian and talk this over and figure out what we missed and where it was missed and how it was missed and make that right with him.
I mean, that's new information no one's ever found out, so that's like awesome. They're gonna lose hundreds of millions of dollars because of their own wrongdoing. They're literally gonna destroy.
Bitch, accountability, it's $100,000. A sorry ain't gonna cut it. I absolutely agree with that.
Destroy their entire company because they're this stubborn over maybe $20,000 worth of Lego.
Sure, I'll be keeping you in the loop with what
Nice. I'm excited. This was good work. My other final thoughts is, dude, you solved it, dude. That's awesome.
Wait.
To that. I am more than willing to do that. I need BAM to show me those tickets.
As they promised to do.
I will sit down with Brian and talk this over and figure out what we missed and where it was missed and how it was missed and make that right with him.
I mean, that's new information no one's ever found out, so that's like awesome. They're gonna lose hundreds of millions of dollars because of their own wrongdoing. They're literally gonna destroy their entire company because they're this stubborn over maybe $20,000 worth of Lego.
Sure, I'll be keeping you in the loop with what
Nice. I'm excited. This was good work.
Reckless Ben is the GOAT, bro. But he's going through it right now.
Like, now that he's like learning.
He's the reason why this shit got as popping as it did, I feel like. He overhyped the fucking situation. Oh, let me go back. Bricks and Minifigs is suing Brian Mansell and Reckless Ben over $1 million in damages. A restraining order is in effect against Reckless Ben to prevent him from speaking about Bricks and Minifigs. The Gourmands are suing Bricks and Minifigs. The lawsuit claims Brian's collection had an original aggregate value of around $250,000.
Yeah, $250,000.
Okay. Damn. But I take accountability. Yep. Right. So this is what was happening, right? And this is where this guy right here is who hyped it up. And I'll go back to the video recent video that he posted on his channel. Where homeboy had to leave the country because they were trying to cook him. So this YouTuber came to that Lego store or to that area or whatever, spoke to the Lego owners, right? And tried to help them by going to the Lego store and kind of like acting as a third party to like help collect what was owed. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. They came with proof and evidence, and they did a whole thing with the Lego owners. That was insane, right? And this is the channel, like, and he goes through it, right? Starting here. I was gonna start here, but I'm gonna just show you real quick. This is the recent. This is the recent update of him.
Basically destroying my health. But I can't post it or I will go to jail. And not only that, I will also immediately lose my lawsuit of $300,000, and the GoFundMe we made for Brian will go straight to this mystery company that I am no longer allowed to talk about. They sent court papers to my email, which I guess a judge approved for them that this was a valid form of service. And so now that I'm officially served, I cannot even mention this company or I will be in jail and everything.
Right. So, well, let's go back
in the next
to day 1.
5 months.
Where it all started. Again, if you're here for the ride.
This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection ever. It's estimated to be worth around $200,000. And then the entire thing got stolen, and the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up. But the craziest part is that the collector doesn't even know that his collection's been stolen. Yeah, the collector's son, Brian, well, he reached out to me because he has no clue how to break this news to his dad.
At this point, my father had a health episode. We can't bring any stress to him.
The reason he's reaching out to me is because the police are covering this entire thing up. And at this moment, I promised Brian that I would not end this video until I get his entire world record Star Wars collection back. But anyways, the thief...
Also, foresight, we're going to be watching more of this guy's content on his channel. Because why did Brian reach out to this guy specifically? This guy. Who is this guy? Well, on his channel, Reckless Ben, which, let me share. He actually goes around the state or wherever exposing people. Exposing corporations and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there was another one that I wanted to watch right here, where it's like, you know what I'm saying, he shut down this guy, the McCamey Manor, this dude that was hosting the McCamey Manor, he would torture people and tell them online that it's a haunted house, but realistically speaking, when you go there, you're just getting tortured, right? And you just get beat and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So this guy went there, did all of that, and did a whole thing, as you can see. Mastermind, planned everything out, exposed it, and got it shut down. I am assuming because based on his wording, he got it shut down. And there's other things here that he goes through that I'm pretty sure he shuts down. He literally does the shit that most of us dream of, which is fucking sticking it to the fucking man, bro. Literally. So
How recent is the McCanny Manor?
The McCanny Manor one?
Because I know about McCanny Manor, but that
yeah, I want to watch this one. Yeah, I want to watch that one.
That's insane.
McCann 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Okay.
W Mans, bro.
You got it.
W Mans, bro.
Believe he accomplished
W Mans. Not every hero wears capes, bro. But this guy practically should, bro. Like he's fighting for the working class, and he's fighting for
it's estimated to be worth
the right, bro. The right to stop getting played and scammed, bro.
And the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up.
He's
but the
trying to
craziest
force.
part is that the collector doesn't even know that his collection's been stolen. Yeah,
Man's a real life detective. Yo, no, this guy is a real life giga brain. Listen, bro, listen to how he. I'm sorry for pausing. This is gonna be one of. I'm gonna limit myself on this video because it is an hour long. I'm gonna limit myself to 10 pauses. Be straight up, because I know I'm gonna be pausing the fuck out this video, gang. I'm gonna be straight up with you. but yeah, no. This
point, my father had a
bro. This guy plans everything out way in advance and then makes a video about it.
A help episode.
Detective is not even the case. He gets involved, bro.
The reason he's reaching out to me is because the police are covering.
Literally, he makes himself a victim to whatever corruption is going on, so that he can play the victim part and do something about it.
A corporation called Bricks and Minifigs.
Bricks and Minifigs, the biggest toy store of its kind.
My fault. You got passion.
Bricks and Minifigs were not just your average Lego store.
For collectors, Bricks and Minifigs is basically seen as the best and safest way to sell your Lego collections.
I'm selling my Legos. So what I'm planning to do with them is take them to my local Bricks and Minifigs.
Because there's so much positive media about them everywhere, Brian thought that this would be the perfect store to finally sell his dad's Lego Star Wars collection.
So I wrote up a contract.
In the contract, it says that these are still the family's Lego sets, but every time one gets sold, the store gets to keep a small percentage of each sale.
This was a store's worth of inventory. So that store that day was nothing but my dad's collection. Like all the shelves filled. They had to bring in extra shelves and filled the whole party room with shelves.
But the owner of the franchise, this woman, well, her husband had to actually leave the country.
Literally, real life Sherlock Holmes.
My husband and I were planning on moving out of the country. I reached out to corporate to let them know, hey, this is something that's coming up in the next like 4 to 5 months.
She told the Bricks and Minifigs head corporation that she was planning on selling the store, so the corporation actually was able to find a buyer to buy it from her.
They let me know that they had somebody who was interested in purchasing a franchise in the area. He was going to be in town and he was going to stop by and just take a look at it. Wasn't until Brandon got there that he informed me that they were terminating my franchise agreement. We were getting threats from Brandon and from corporate that if we didn't leave the store immediately, the police were going to be called. I told corporate I wasn't comfortable leaving that night without the inventory. I was also told I was not going to be able to stay there long enough to do that inventory.
But we don't just have to take this woman's word for it. She was actually able to save all the security camera footage from that night, proving that everything she just said is true.
All the footage and evidence is there. In the security cam footage, it's him at the store kicking her out.
Yeah, this guy exposes a lot.
How am I supposed to pay this guy? These are sets he has not been paid for.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage.
Oh, this is what John was telling me about the beginning.
Tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment liability.
His own corporation is sitting there on video saying they're going to take it.
After this woman got kicked out of her own store, she called Brian explaining how corporate just came down and is now trying to take the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection without paying for it. So, Brian called the store to see what was going on.
Called the store and I said, what happened to Crystal? And he goes, well, that's kind of a private matter, but the corporation's taken over the store. There's something I can do to help you with. I said, well, yeah. I am the owner of about half your store's inventory. All those vintage Star Wars sets you have in there are ours. And he goes, I don't know anything about that. I said, well, you better get to learn about it because I have a contract, I have photo evidence, video evidence.
The fingers,
like, that is our collection. So I went down to the store, brought a copy of the contract. We're like, you need to let me in back and let me see the sets that you still have. All you have to do is let me in back. We can go that route or we can go to court. And the guy just looks at me, crosses his arms and goes, let me tell you what's going to happen. If we go to court, we're going to drag this thing out so long, and you're going to end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth or what you ever would have gotten out of it, that it ain't worth it, man. So if that's the route you want to go, and I go, that's really the route you want to go.
You hear that? Can you imagine?
About that.
Can you imagine someone admitting to you that, yeah, I got your shit and there's nothing you can do about it? And if you want, sue me. And if you do sue me, I'm going to drag this out so much that it's going to cost you way more than what this is worth. Me? I don't know what I would do personally, because realistically speaking, everyone has a different reaction depending on the setting. Personally, I would get tight. What that comes with, who knows? Everyone's different, bro. Everyone's completely different. The fact that they went about it this way and is going about this route is working out, and that's great. But not many people have this foresight. Just saying, bro. We'll need to stop playing with these corporation loopholes and shit. Like you're fucking people's life up just for dumb shit, bro. Imagine losing your life over Legos. Bro, you really want to be known for losing your life over Legos? And you're in the wrong? Would have slapped the fire out of him. That shows him what? Then show him me pulling out. Oh, okay. I need to read it. Hold on. Would have slapped the fire out of him, then show him me pulling out my phone out my pocket because it was recording. This man said, I got you. Got his ass in 4K. Man basically saying, yes, I'm robbing you. What are you gonna do about it? Literally.
About half the store's inventory. All those vintage Star Wars sets you have in there are ours. And he
just
goes,
wait.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I said, well, you better get to learn about it because I have a contract, I have photo evidence, video evidence, like that is our collection. So I went down to the store, brought a copy of the contract. We're like, you need to let me in back and let me see the sets that you still have. All you have to do is let me in back. We can go that route or we can go to court. And the guy just looks at me, crosses his arms and goes, let me tell you what's gonna happen. If we go to court, we're gonna drag this thing out so long, and you're gonna end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth or what you ever would have gotten out of it, that it ain't worth it, man. So if that's the route you want to go, and I go, that's really the route you want to go, rather than just letting me walk in there, and he goes, nope.
Dang.
What am I to do at that point?
Bricks and Minifigs knows that this family, especially with the father's health, doesn't have the resources to take them to court, and almost mockingly, they've since flooded all of their social media with tons of pictures of Star Wars Legos. At this point, it seems like they're just rubbing it in this family's face that they stole the world's
and then post with yo shit on social media saying this is mine.
How the hell can a corporation get away with doing this?
Yeah.
And why are the cops not helping?
But luckily for Brian, a YouTuber ended up catching wind of this story and created a team of YouTubers to do whatever they could to get Brian his Legos.
This is the full inventory.
That's crazy.
Minifigs. We can figure out how to get this guy his money and his stuff back.
But right after they started, they instantly stopped working on this case. So I called one of them to find out why.
So they were threatening legal action against us. You know, Bricks and Minifigs, which is a pretty
big, mind you, everyone's watching this. This was like a month ago or so. This is exposing all of it. The shit that you saw now was just a recap and little interviews of here and there what's going on. And you see how they're acting like they don't know shit? Bro, we already know what happened, bro.
Big company who probably has.
It was already exposed.
Then we can.
Homeboy over here went crazy.
Fight against.
Bricks and Minifigs knows that they can just bully anyone that tries to expose them with frivolous lawsuits. And this left Brian feeling pretty hopeless.
It eats me alive. I had terrible anxiety attacks over it, got put on medication. I just kind of was like, okay, I just have to let these freaking things go right now. Because it didn't seem like I have any path to go, you know?
Well, I guess now it's time for me to get involved. So immediately I went to my car, picked up some friends, and started driving 16
Sometimes it
hours
looks
to
like
Bricks
this.
and
Somebody
Minifigs
else
store,
coming in
and I will
and
do
helping.
literally whatever it takes. Even if I have to take down the entire police force, I will stop at nothing until this family gets.
This guy, I swear to you, Vic, at the end of this, if you fall asleep or you don't watch this with me, watch it. This guy deserves your sub. I feel like anybody watching this guy deserves your subscription and your support.
Side of the story.
I'm telling you.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
It's pretty good. So basically, my friend said that you guys have some of his Legos, I think, and he told me to come here and see if I could pick them up.
Who's your friend?
I think they're Brian's Legos. It's like a big Star Wars collection set, I think.
You could go ahead and leave now.
Really?
He knew exactly.
Now, or I will call
He didn't even ask for documentation.
No, you are. Hi. You want to watch the cameras? I'm being harassed by. Watch the cameras. I am being harassed. You need to leave.
Literally, all I did was just bring up that my friend has some Legos in their store, and the manager started freaking out on me. But I wasn't going to leave the store without hearing her side of the story. Before showing up, I printed out a copy of the contract the store made with Brian, saying that all of these Lego sets will remain his until sold. Because I have a contract, legal reason to be here, legally this does not count as harassment. Instead, the manager should be checking the store's inventory to see if these sets are still in their store.
Well, so here's still all of the Lego sets you guys still have.
I don't have anything to do with that, and I don't want that. You can go ahead and leave, and I'm going to ask you one more time. This is the last time. I do not want that. You're not handing me anything.
I tried for a long time just to get her to look at this contract. But finally, she gave me an answer of why she can't help me.
He's been supposed to be getting a hold of corporate.
Basically what the manager's saying is that if someone did steal the Legos, it wasn't her, it was corporate. But little does the manager know, I already did this. Yep, I literally went to the corporate Bricks and Minifigs headquarters.
How's it going?
And this was corporate side of the story.
You have to talk to the store owner. Yeah, they're all locally owned and operated, and we can't do anything with it here. Their decisions are their decisions. For sure.
So when they say go to corporate, how do we respond next time?
I have no idea. You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them. That doesn't involve us.
So I showed the manager what corporate Bricks and Minifigs said.
When corporate tells me this, I'm supposed to come back to the store, right? And so it kind of seems like you're going against what corporate's saying.
That's fine.
Oh, this is what corporate told us.
I'm happy that's what corporate told you. For the last time, I'm asking you to leave the store.
Why do I say this is exposing a lot of things and it's helping the working people? The only reason why homie is like this, and like all the other employees are like this, is because this is the standard that is set in the business by the CEO. By the way, the CEO does know what goes on, right? And is mandating these people, because obviously by this time they already know what's going on. It's mandating these people to not tell or talk to anyone about anything. You know what I'm saying? And these people people like this that are innocent or, that have their hands clean are involved. And they're employees. And now you're involving people like you and I into these big shit that is not our business, and we're the face of the company. And now what happens when somebody comes and doesn't want to deal with corporate and shoots up the store that I'm in? What happens when my CEO sitting up there somewhere doing some shit, and I'm over here dealing with your shit, and bro, this is fucked up, bro. Like organizations like this that run with dirty mindsets and like just involve and hurt other people is wrong. I think things like that need to be like investigated throughout, like just to see like the legitimacy of like companies and organizations. I feel like there needs to be like a purge, straight up, being completely honest, bro, because what are we doing?
Can you give me a reason to leave, I guess?
Have you guys heard me ask him several times?
I don't know about you guys, but to me, it kind of
not holding the right people accountable. Look at the fucking Epstein file, bro. Look how many people, motherfuckers just talked about it. What happened? I don't know. I personally don't know because I stopped giving up with it too. But I also stopped hearing about it. But what happened? All I remember it was just being dragged out.
To leave the store is to cover up this $200,000 theft.
You need to leave. How many times have you been asked to leave?
Was there a reason you're asking me to leave?
You need to leave. I've asked you to leave. You need to leave. You need to. I've asked you how many times to leave. I've been asking to leave.
Eventually, the owner of the store called in and asked if he could talk to me.
Are you the owner of the Bricks and Minifig store?
Yeah, why? What you got?
So basically, I just wanted to get some of the Legos back that you guys still have. I think I'm looking for the
I know.
Turbo
I agree.
Why do you think you would be
I feel like that's part. I feel like that's part of it. What you just said right now is part of it.
The only thing is the owner's
so
claiming
big,
that he's
such a
the
bigger
owner of these Lego sets.
scope.
I mean, it's pretty stupid of him to say that, considering I'm literally holding a copy
Only
of
if
the
you know,
contract
you know.
he made with the store that said that this Lego Star Wars collection is not the store's property; it's the family's property. The contract makes all of this very clear, so I want to give him one more chance to answer a little bit better.
Well, I just want to get it back from my friend. He said he couldn't get it back, so I was just wondering if I could just come pick him up. Because you guys still have him, right?
This is my last pause. Mind you, I'm not saying that this is in comparison to the Epstein file and stuff like that. But what I am saying is what you're going to see is some of the same tactics that were used to avoid stuff from the Epstein files. Literally, you're gonna see it. Like, and it's insane that motherfuckers are just using that.
Do you think your friend would be entitled to our inventory?
What's his? He owns the Legos.
Not gonna pause anymore.
He doesn't own the Legos.
Well, yeah, we have a contract. He does own them.
No, bro, are you an idiot? Are you stupid?
Josh, the police is showing up right now.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, at least the police are here now, so once I show him the contract we're in with the store, we can finally get the Legos back.
Basically, we have, I think it's like $200,000 worth of Lego sets that we just have them in the store, and we just like to pick them up, I guess, because they were going to sell it for us, but I guess they're not selling it for us anymore.
But does it sound like they want you here, right? So they
well, but they have our sets, though, yeah.
I understand that, but right here, the factor is that they don't want you, they're a private owned store, and they don't want you on the front. Okay.
But I don't want them to keep the Lego sets, though.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
The police officer literally didn't care at all that the store just stole $200,000 worth of Legos. For some reason, he made it seem like I was the bad guy.
So you are trespass from here. So
okay.
Trespass for life. So if you come back.
Oh, for life?
Yeah. If you come back, you could be arrested. Okay.
Oh, so how do I get the Legos back then if I can't go in the store?
Okay, we talked about that. Do you understand the trespass portion? If you come back, you will be arrested. Okay.
So.
Okay. Again, Rob, you come back, we're in the car, and we're gonna arrest you.
Brian did warn me that the police are actively trying to cover this up. So Brian and I are now officially trespassed from the store, and if we ever come back to ask for his own Lego collection back, then we are gonna be arrested.
Is there, I guess, a reason why they're able to just take all the Legos and not give it back, or?
So, we just gotta leave.
I just have to leave?
So, leave now.
Okay. I'm not allowed to be in the parking lot?
No. So this is all private property.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
We've been filming for 10 minutes and I'm already trespassed from Bricks and Minifigs, which is like the whole location of the video. So how do I film a video at Bricks and Minifigs now if I can't even legally go back there. So, to continue the video without getting arrested, I went back to Bricks and Minifigs corporate offices. And the Bricks and Minifigs CEO, the guy who runs the entire company, Ammon McNeff, he personally came out to talk to us.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Is that a lie?
No.
That's a lie. You did take the Legos.
No. So we have our attorneys have visited. Like again. So who's
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who is that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Nope. Never happened. No,
I mean, it did happen. Yeah, it does happen.
No, we did not.
Yeah, because his Legos were in the store and you guys took them. I know you think lying to us right now is kind of like helping you out.
I'm not lying to you.
Well, look, we both know you're lying, but...
No, we don't know that.
So, I showed him some social media posts his own company made that are still up that claims that these are Brian Mansell's Lego sets. And these Lego sets that they're still holding on to are worth $200,000. But all of these claims are from his own company. We just caught the CEO of the entire company red-handed in a lie. Yeah, it's crazy to me that even the CEO is in on this cover-up. But anyways, now that we just caught the CEO in this lie, I wanted to let him know that it's going to be much easier if he just gives us the Legos back now.
If you just want to give it back now, it's going to be a lot easier for you guys, you know? I think you guys would prefer the easy way. The hard way, I don't think you guys are really going to like it.
No, okay.
But we're getting it back either way, so it's like you can either...
So you can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
So you're threatening me. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
And with that, Bricks and Minifigs has made their decision. I presented them very politely with the easy way, and they said, heck no. Welp, they've only left me one other option, which is the hard way. But now it's pretty much the super hard way because the police are protecting them. If I ever go back to the store, I'm getting arrested.
If you come back, you will be arrested. Okay? You understand that?
So we all regrouped together to rewatch the footage I've gotten so far. And there was one thing the manager said that might be a way forward for us.
I have not heard anything from the owners.
Oh.
So you need to leave.
Can I talk to the owners then, or?
You go ahead and call the owners.
Do you have their number?
I'm not giving it to you.
Why won't you give it to me? Because isn't that the logical next step if we're supposed to work with the owners?
Well, you have all the information right there, right?
I have the Lego sets you guys have, but I don't have the owner's number now. So yeah, if that's what you want me to do, then you could give me the number and I can.
No, I want you to leave.
Basically, she's putting all of the blame on the owner of the store, which is good to find out. The only problem is she's not giving me the owner's number.
Yeah, if you could give me a number and we could call
I'm not giving you anything except for calling the police.
But you told me to call the owners, right?
You're absolutely right, but I've asked you how many times to leave the store.
But you have his number, or?
No, I don't have any of their numbers.
Dang.
That's why I was like, corporate keeps telling me to contact the owners of the store, but with no contact info, so I try to contact the store, and the store hangs up on me and says I'm harassing them.
The manager is really trying to protect the store owner from getting in trouble, so if she's not going to give me his number, I'm just going to have to find it a different way.
Robbed them and posted the stolen property on social media, and their response is, no, we didn't.
She hands me the phone. We might be able to see his name
right.
and number.
Got that low.
Well, we found out the owner's name is Josh. However, the number was way too blurry on the spy glasses.
No, it's so blurry.
So I checked the store's Instagram to see if it follows anyone named Josh, which it doesn't. So I checked their business records, but everything got scrubbed. This owner is really going to any length he can to stay fully anonymous. After watching the footage over and over, my final conclusion is, yeah, the manager sucks. But she's not really the mastermind of this whole thing. She's just protecting the mastermind of this whole thing because she's brainwashed. But luckily for me, through my YouTube career, I've infiltrated tons of cults and I've personally experienced some of the most intense and crazy brainwashing
we need to watch
Basically, what I'm trying to say
Hey,
is I'm pretty
how's it
sure
going?
that I could
My
brainwash
series is
one of
gonna be
these Bricks and
dedicated
Minifig's
to
employees way harder
watching
than
some of this,
corporate
or at
offices
least
could.
this series.
And
We're gonna
yes, that's the
explore
plan.
some of these things. If you enjoy, give me a sub, like. Let's go through this together.
Yeah, I'm starting a Lego cult. I mean, a true cult would never actually call themselves a cult. They always disguise themselves as something else. So, yes, I'm actually just starting a regular old Lego club. Yep, that's what we're calling it. My friend Victor is going to be the cult recruiter. I dressed him up to look like a famous YouTuber so he would look powerful, and the employees here will have to listen to him.
My name's Victor. We're going to Bricks and Minifigs.
Oh shit, it's Victor.
Hey guys, we are heading into.
He was doing amazing, but we had to make sure that these employees know that Victor is the real deal.
Why I feel like this, you would dress like this too,
Yo,
bro.
I was just thinking that, but I didn't want to say anything.
Toys for everyone.
It was the jacket.
Quick pick. Hey, I'll send you that clip later, alright?
So far, everything we had set up was working perfectly. But now, we have to come up with some type of way to get one of these employees out of the store so we can brainwash them.
Hey, what's going on? So we're filming a quick video. Maybe you and her want to do like some kind of challenge for like $100.
I mean, sure, I'm down for that.
So they pulled up to fool them.
They believe it?
doing the challenge. Hell yeah, they're believing the challenge.
3, 2, 1. Yellow! Go, 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 go!
And these employees started
to gain their trust.
Challenge. And yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward to this part. I'm not gonna torture you guys with all this. All you really need to know is that this girl ended up winning.
High five, sweet. So now I'm gonna call my producer. It's going right now.
How's it going? We're partnering with the local Lego club, and we're gonna kind of do like an award ceremony. Like the Lego club wants to host the award ceremony for you, so yeah.
And just like that, she's in. So we traveled deep into the woods and waited for this employee to show up.
If this is not, let me. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I know this is a skit.
And with that,
and they're being silly.
The Lego Queen. Yes, she's the Lego Queen.
But let's be real.
They have to be open to it.
She's a woman.
Cults achieve this by making the new recruit
and just got invited
person in the
to
official best employee
be celebrated in the middle of the woods by these guys that she just met.
Lego Queen, Lego Queen, Lego Queen, Lego Queen, Lego Queen, Lego Queen, Lego.
She got the survival.
Another thing I've personally seen a lot of cults do.
Survival fucking what's it called? Instincts of a pebble.
Which is really bad.
Right.
If people feel powerful, they're less likely to think that they're the ones that are being manipulated. So we got to give this girl some power.
You give me power?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you give me power? Like, oh my god.
It's good that these guys were good though.
I can do anything I want. Step on the Lego griplet. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sure, she had a blast.
I also feel like she probably knew a lot about like what they do. And
Lastly, all cults do group rituals.
Maybe not.
One with the group. So now we have to become one with this Bricks and Minifigs employee.
This is funny though.
Brick, brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by.
Why did she meet group of strangers, men in the wood? Okay, so just so that I don't have to rewind, and just to catch you up, the guy of this video had his friends, because he couldn't go back to the store, had his friends do a fake challenge to try to gain the trust of one of the employees in there so that they can get some information. So they went in there, and who ended up winning was this girl. So they devised like a little like event. Oh, whoever wins, we're gonna do like a little celebration or whatever. The guy of this fucking channel, keeper Ben, freaking made it mad creepy and like in the middle of the woods and like kind of like cult like just for the aesthetic and theme of it. Like honestly is why. So yeah, that's why she went. I don't know why she went to the middle of the woods still to meet these guys regardless, but maybe her parents didn't teacher. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, parents. I don't know. She grown. She's just agreeing to anything. Probably didn't even tell anybody where she was going. That's what I'm saying. She pulled up there by herself.
By brick, brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by.
I mean, I think it looks like the middle of the woods, but I mean, you see houses nearby.
Fully
Like,
brainwashed, but
you know what I'm
we
saying?
definitely did
So,
a much better job.
I think it's just,
brainwashing her
again,
than
for this
corporate
kid.
bricks and minifigs did. So hopefully now I'm finally safe to bring up these Star Wars Lego sets.
So now
I heard something about like some Star Wars sets.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that or?
Interrogating the employee.
They were gonna reimburse him for everything, and then I think they did, and he's still upset about everything, which I get.
They reimbursed him for everything?
Yeah, we don't have any of his stuff on the shelves.
Really?
Yeah, we don't have any of it.
But just like every other cult member out there, these employees have been told a lie and are now willing to.
The CEO manager is telling this to the employees.
Harder by our cult, and our cult is now going to give her the freedom to finally be able to think logically about this situation.
So we think they've been lying to you. So these were all the sets in the store, and they're all metadata timestamped.
Wait, we do have these ones.
Yeah, those are all his.
No, some of them I think we do still have.
Yeah, I know you guys do. You showed me one of them when I asked.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, it's called one of you?
Yeah, all I did was.
Oh my god. You know what's really funny is after you left, I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested?
Dang.
She wasn't there.
Now that we have a Bricks and Minifigs employee on our side, it's time to finally complete our mission and get Josh, the owner's number.
Wait, but you have like their numbers and stuff, right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, did he give you Josh's number? Can I take a picture of it?
Yo, can I be honest? I know this has been a while. I hope she's okay. Let's be real. I hope she's okay. Like, you know.
Nice. Well, now that I have the owner's number, it's time to give him a call.
Hello, this is Josh.
Hello. I'm just calling to get my Legos back. I think they told me to talk to you about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what Legos?
I think it's the Star Wars set. I have a list. I can kind of pull it up. I was just wondering, like, how we can get them back.
So this is the first time he gets to speak to Brian. We're gonna meet Brian. He's a very special individual. I think you guys are gonna love Brian.
Like, if I get your okay, I can just walk in the store and.
I don't know what Legos you're talking about, dude. What are you talking about?
I think one of them's called like the Super Trooper set. I think we got, what else is there?
I don't know what you're talking about. Keep going.
You don't?
Since Josh was pretending to not remember any of the Star Wars sets that make
Oh, this is Josh. My fault, not Brian.
I
Josh.
decided to send him over a picture of the contract.
Oh, Josh.
What contract is it? I didn't sign a contract.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, Josh. I'm sorry. Did I say Brian? I'm sorry. I meant
I
Josh.
finally understand the legal loophole that Josh is using to get away with this. It's probably the stupidest loophole I've ever heard in my entire life. Josh is claiming that it's not his name on the contract, it's the previous owner's, which makes no sense because in the security camera footage, he tells the previous owner that he's going to be the one taking over the contract now.
He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
And I guess this is some sort of just contract loophole he's trying to use to steal the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection.
In order for me to be under contract, I have to sign something.
Or you had to take it over from the previous owner, right?
Nope, that's not how the law works.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
So
If that's how the law works, then sue me for it.
you don't just want to give the Legos back? Like,
Sue me. Let's go to court. I'm calling the police right now, and you guys are going to be arrested for harassment.
or do you feel threatened right now?
Yeah.
I was surprised at how much the owner wanted us to sue him. He wants this because Brian already tried to sue him, and it didn't work.
We've been to a couple attorneys, and they basically spelled it out, saying here's the path that's going to happen if you go down each of these routes. They're now in Spain, so we're getting into that whole international thing just to have them an injunction on the store to have them go back and prove what they sold and not. And that's like $60,000 to $70,000.
Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs knows that Brian and his dad don't have nearly enough resources to sue a company as big as Bricks and Minifigs.
He's like, we're gonna keep these. You're gonna walk away from this. You're not coming back. And if you choose to sue us, we will drag this out in court till it is well past what this collection is worth.
So let's lay out the puzzle pieces really quick. If Brian and his dad sue Bricks and Minifigs, it's gonna ruin their lives. And by the way, this Bricks and Minifigs company has been treating this family. I only think it's fair if they're the ones that get their lives ruined. In order to make things right, it looks like we gotta do this. Now Bricks and Minifigs has their life ruined, and you can see Brian and us, we are the ones now doing the illegal activity. So I told my group the plan. We have to do something illegal.
I thought you said you didn't want to do anything illegal.
Right.
Well, but the thing is, they're getting screwed because of it, because they would have to upfront the cost, and then if they take us to court, then
I'm down for the illegal stuff.
And the group is in. So now it's time to do an illegal business move against Bricks and Minifigs. Let's just hope that they take the bait and sue us. What I was thinking is, what's the easiest way to get them to sue us? We steal their name.
That's good. Oh, man.
Perfect. First, I went to Google Maps and took a screenshot of the sign outside their store. I got rid of their tagline because it's boring, and I changed it to "We steal from old people." And now the tagline's actually accurate. Also added a cute little company logo. And this is my plan of how I'm gonna make it into court with Bricks and Minifigs for free. Once we're in court, we can...
Just to reiterate, his plan is to steal his name legally, in a way, right? So that the owner sues this guy instead, and then they don't have to pay for anything. Because obviously the other way around is a problem. So, but will it work? Let's find out.
Finally hold Bricks and Minifigs accountable for stealing the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection. And of course, they're also going to try and get me in trouble, but this is where I'm going to make my grand reveal. You see, this entire time, my company name was actually called We Steal From Old People. Yeah, the words Bricks and Minifigs, that's just the company tagline. In America, there's no specific law that says whether the tagline has to be above or beneath the company name, so I'm just allowed to do this.
What's good, Janelle?
Assuming that the name is Bricks and Minifigs, we're not really just a tagline.
Janelle Frames.
And our company name is actually We Steal From Old People.
Yeah.
And now, because I'm actually not stealing their name, it's going to be so easy for me to win this court case. And Brian's going to get his entire Star Wars Lego collection back. All while Bricks and Minifigs pays for all the legal fees. So I registered We Steal From Old People as an official Oregon company. And now that my company's legally approved, I made a website, and you can visit us at www.westealfromoldpeople.com. You can help support us by buying some of our We Steal From Old People merch, or give us a call. But as you can see, we have great reviews.
Crazy.
And so now to promote this website, I'm going to put my company logo directly over top of the Bricks and Minifigs company logo. So I asked ChatGPT what the dimensions of this billboard is. Sick. I'm making my logo with the exact same dimensions.
Yes, dude! Oh my god! It looks exactly the same.
This is where we started to realize we are taking this way further than just a bad business practice. I'm pretty sure putting my logo over their logo is actually criminally illegal. But luckily for us, though, if we go back to the beginning of the video, Bricks and Minifigs actually gave us a solution of how any company pretty much can get away with this.
You have to talk to the store owner. Yeah, like they're all locally owned and operated, and we can't do anything with it here. Their decisions are their decisions. For sure.
So when they say go to corporate, how do we respond next time?
I have no idea. You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them.
So basically, if you put all the blame on your lower franchises, you're safe. So I registered 5 franchises under my We Steal From Old People company.
I wants to be the owner of the first.
All right, just to bring it into perspective, what is he doing? He's using the loopholes that usually corporations use. He's doing what they're doing back at him. He's literally just doing exactly what they're doing.
First company.
Ooh. I want be an owner?
Congratulations, you're a franchise owner! If you choose to put a bunch of banners on their store, I can't get in trouble for anything. Yeah, every one of my friends is now a legal franchise owner of We Steal From Old People.
So now what is that saying, right? So that's saying if I'm CEO, this is the example that they're giving, that he's saying, like this guy's portraying. If I'm the CEO and I hire 5 different franchises to work under me, whatever they do, it's not my fault. I can say it's not my fault. So what does that mean? So that means now that he's a CEO of this corporation that they made up, which is legit because of the whole LLC, he went through the whole paperwork and everything to make it legit. Now he has his boys. Now, whatever his boys do on his behalf, it's not his fault. Now, what does that mean? It means when the cops get involved, it's no longer a civil. You know what I'm saying? Now they got to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Is it federal? You know what I'm saying? Or criminal. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's a criminal case now. So now the cops can't get involved. Now they got to go to court because it's 2 businesses that are fighting.
Each of my franchise owners is allowed to make their own decisions of how they want to run the company. And what they've decided is that they're getting 2 pumpkins, and they're going to use these pumpkins to support
It's so
park.
stupid.
And they're going to climb up the Bricks and Minifigs building, and they're going to hang our logo over top of their logo. And I basically just sit down here and, yeah, have my franchise owner do everything for me.
Right? Since that's how it works, right?
We did it. And the sign is way too small. What the heck, ChatGPT? Yeah, I miscalculated the size. So, it'll work for now. So we're still going on with the plan. 2, 1, let's go. We're setting up a Bricks and Minifigs We Steal From Old People company booth right outside of their entrance. If anyone wants to walk into the Bricks and Minifigs store, they have to get through me and my merch. You know, I have all of the court papers already filled out if they want to sue me. Hopefully they take the bait. What up? You want to buy some merch? Yeah. What's this? Yeah, we also got some We Steal From People barf bags because honestly what they're doing in this store is so gross, it's probably going to make all of the customers throw up. Do you have an XL? Large. Well, we stopped a customer from going into Bricks and Minifigs, and he left with our merch. It was going pretty good, and I was stopping a lot of customers from entering the actual Bricks and Minifigs store. Cut? Okay. Yeah, I might just be out here all day. This is going very well. It was almost going too well. It's basically the end of the day now. They haven't really seen me because these windows are tinted, I guess. In order to get the store's attention, my friend Jay is gonna walk into the store just pretending to be a normal customer.
Yeah, they don't know that he's doing anything.
Is this the main store or is it the one that's out front?
What do you, like, is this the main entrance?
Yeah. No. I'm saying like the counters. There's 2. There's one here and then one outside.
No, there's a guy who's selling stuff out front. I don't know what he's selling.
Wait, what?
She's so unserious.
Hello, you want to buy a shirt? What?
You can't be out here doing this.
If you want to buy one, I can give you 50% off if you want.
No, you cannot be out here doing this.
Why not?
Were you the guy that was just trespassed out of here?
The guy that was out there, it was the guy that we just trespassed.
What was it?
Yes.
Now they know.
Uh-oh, the police are here. This is a problem. The police told me yesterday that if I ever come back to this store in my lifetime, I'm getting arrested.
If you come back, you will be arrested. Okay? You understand that?
Uh-huh. And as you can see, they still haven't sued me. I can't just give up on the plan before being sued. So I did a switcheroo with this guy. He's wearing my exact same clothes and his legal name is also Ben. And once the police find out that they caught the wrong Ben...
This all looks like a bit, but this is like dead ass. This is legit. Like he
Okay, I couldn't get that
really
far
went
away.
out his
The
way
water
to do
was
all of this.
freezing, but I think I got far away enough at least. But anyways, back to the store. The police instantly tried removing our booth because us stealing their name is very illegal. But if we want to get away with this crime, all we have to do is copy bricks and minifigs. We have to put all of the blame on an anonymous corporate person, and then when they ask who corporate is, we just don't tell them. Oh, hello, this is corporate. We steal from old people. How's it going?
You do what?
Well, the corporation's called We Steal from Old People. And our tagline is bricks and minifigs. We're a legitimate business, so yeah. What?
Who am I talking to?
This is corporate.
You don't gotta say who you are.
Corporate?
Corporate, we steal from old people.
No, I know who you are. I mean, who are you as a person?
Oh, I'm just the
They hate it when you play the same game, right?
Who am I talking here?
This is the owner of We Steal from Old People. It kind of seems like a civil matter, doesn't it? Like, we have the plaintiff's claim if they want to...
Here's the situation. Do you really want to get go round and around?
And now, Bricks and Minifigs finally gets a taste of their own medicine. They're now in a situation the police can't help them with. The only way this will ever end is if they sue us. So I went back to the Bricks and Minifigs corporate offices to see if the CEO of this company would sue me.
Going about things the way that you continue to do this is not the right way. Do you understand that?
So what's the right way then?
Do you understand?
Yeah.
That
Oh, what I said earlier about the criminal thing.
you have conducted and
I mean, it is, but it's for something different. I got ahead of myself.
and done other things along those lines. That's not the right way of
Well, I never vandalized the store, but
people have told us that you have.
I mean, whatever like my franchises do underneath me, I guess that's I can't really control them. I'm just corporate, I guess.
Are you a registered franchise?
Yeah.
You guys have FDDs and everything else?
Yeah, yeah.
What states are you registered in?
Oregon.
You're a registered franchisor, so...
Yeah, I'm actually a franchise owner of the franchise, too.
The CEO of this company knows pretty much better than anyone that he can't get us in trouble for what we're doing because we can always just keep passing the blame onto our lower franchises. We're just doing the exact same thing he's doing.
Brick by brick! Brick by brick!
But legal organization. We have legal franchises and everything. It's 100% by the books, and yeah.
Okay. I get what you're doing. I appreciate that you think you're being very clever, and that you think that you can do all sorts of fun stuff this way, but it's you have no business being here. So.
Well, we do have business. We have, you guys have a bunch of our Legos.
Well, if Bricks and Minifigs is not going to sue me...
He's over here trying to have a heartwarming conversation with these kids. Like, all right, you got it, kids.
Has somehow convinced the police that
it's time to stop pretending.
They just participated in a bad business deal. I mean, Josh has literally already exposed their entire plan to me of how they're planning on getting away with this.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
Fuck that company.
That agreement is now
Getting recorded like an
and I have extensive legal knowledge.
Yeah, basically a civil crime is just the legal way of saying a business deal gone bad, which, if this truly was just a business deal gone wrong, you would have to settle this through the court. The police aren't able to do anything. We have the police to solve criminal crimes, such as stealing from a lottery. That's a criminal crime that the police would have to investigate. So, here's the plan.
What if we do a lottery?
So why I say I got ahead of myself earlier is because what he was trying to do was to get it to civil court and not deal with the police is what I meant. But why I got ahead of myself is because of this here, actually, is where now, because a civil court doesn't seem like it's getting his attention, then he's going about it to make it a criminal what's it called, a criminal thing, right? A criminal case, so that way they're forced to go to court. So yeah.
Yes. First, Brian donates one of his sets to a lottery. Someone wins the lottery, and then if Bricks and Minifigs keeps the prize for themselves instead of giving it to the winner, they have now just stolen from a lottery. Now it's not a business deal gone bad. They're actually interfering with a state-regulated lottery scheme which is now a criminal offense that the police would have to investigate.
That's a good idea.
That's interesting.
It turns out this is completely legal for us to do. You still own the Legos, correct?
Technically, we own all of those.
Yeah.
So it would be legal for you to auction your Legos off, right? If you still are the owners, right?
Yeah.
To make sure everything was legally legit, I registered for a gambling license, which, yeah, it actually takes a long time to get one of these, which sucks. But on the DOJ website, it says that if you're a nonprofit or a religion, you actually don't need a license.
That's how you get away with shit. You hear that?
I made my first dollar when I was selling.
If you're a nonprofit, why do you think there's so many nonprofits and religious organizations, bro?
Legit. I registered for a gambling
It's to get through certain things like this so that you have licenses. Bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, it actually takes a long time to get one of these, which sucks. But on the DOJ website, it says that if you're a nonprofit or a religion, you actually don't need a license. It'd be cool to use my new We Steal From Old.
Obviously, not all of
I already made my first dollar.
It's crazy
when I was
that that's
selling stuff
the thing.
outside the Bricks and Minifigs store.
They don't even need.
And then I use that money to buy food from a robot. But luckily for me, I'm already the leader of a religion.
Which we need to understand the lore of his religion.
In California, which is another problem.
He made a
Technically, I need
religion.
to register in Oregon for this to work.
We need to.
So register for
We need to learn the lore of Homeboy over here.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I lost everyone, but all you need to know is that I put a lot of work into making sure that this is a legal, legit raffle. That means that if Bricks and Minifigs decided to steal from this raffle, they have now committed a criminal crime, which the police are required to investigate. I want everyone's attention. We're doing a Lego raffle. This Lego set is worth $1,000. Pretty much instantly, we were a hit, and everyone wanted to win this Lego set. But there's a problem. Under ORS 167.117, each participant must pay something of value in order for this to be considered an official lottery. We're about to charge lots of people money just to maybe be the next victim of Bricks and Minifigs. But we have to charge them money, and if we don't, then it'll actually disqualify our lottery, and the plan we came up with to get the Legos back won't work. But then we realized, wait, we're filming this entire event. We can just give each person $1 as their appearance release fee.
$1 for being on camera, there you go.
So now when they buy a $1 ticket, the transaction can...
So to make this legal, they gotta make money. So they kind of made it in a... They used a loophole, right? You appear, we give you $1. But to enter or participate in our raffle, it costs $1. So they canceled each other out. You know what I'm saying? So, but in that same sense, it makes it an actual transaction, even though it comes out to zero. Nothing was paid. It's still money being transacted, right? So that's pretty cool that he's trying to make this like raffle thing a thing, right? Getting somebody, you know what I'm saying, like what's it called? Getting people involved, and then now if somebody legitimately wins, they have to get their prize, and withholding their prize is wrong.
Yeah.
So that's where they're trying to make it a criminal offense. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're stealing from these legitimate people that came to this legitimate event that paid this legitimate money with this legitimate document that I have to do this legitimate raffle.
Out, and each person lost.
You guys are committing a crime.
You get $1 for being
You know what I'm saying? Now we need to go to court.
So, would you like to pay $1 for the raffle? Okay, awesome. So, here's your ticket. So, what's your business? What's our business? Yeah. We're with the Church of Scientology Sucks.
Yep.
It just doesn't sound real.
It was time to pick our winner. We are about to see who the winner is right now. We have the winning ticket right here. 5, 3, 3, 9, 7, 7.
Is that mine?
You won! Yeah, are you the winner? Well, this family legally won this prize, so now if Bricks and Minifigs doesn't give it to them, they're committing a criminal crime, which could land them in jail. The Lego set is at a place called Bricks and Minifigs. It's like right down the street, and we can pick it up. We drove to the store as fast as we could. We met up with the family and went inside to help them claim their prize.
I'm here to give these people their prize of a Stormtrooper speeder set.
Well, actually,
These people.
my sister. He won.
From who?
I'm conducting this raffle, and you guys have the prize here.
I don't know anything about that.
To inform Amanda of the business deal her store is in, we showed her all of the raffle paperwork and the family who won this Lego set.
I'm not giving out anything.
Like, I can't leave without it.
Yeah, you can. You can have a good day.
Amanda has just made it very clear. Instead of giving this family the Lego set they legally won, her company is gonna steal it.
You're stealing $1,000 from a little girl.
Yep.
Stealing money from a kid, do you find that evil at all, or do you just, that's how you want the business to look?
Amanda now has to cover up this crime her store committed.
Yo.
She thought the best way to do this was to kick everyone out of the
Yo, Vic, I promise you, you're gonna like something that's gonna come up soon about Amanda.
Good thing for us.
Every time she gets on the phone call, it's so hilarious, bro. It's so silly. This guy is truly a genius, bro.
It's time to get the
this dude
police
is a
involved.
genius.
This
man.
company just stole the prize from
I say Vic, but everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just say Vic because he's here. You feel me?
Okay.
Like, if you were here, I would say y'all. You know what I'm saying? Chat. Like, I should be more like chat, you know, just to be more
For some
inclusive.
reason, I think they thought that I was the
Come
criminal.
through, bro. Come through the stream, you know? Hang out with your boy, bro. We game on everything.
Is this typically how you treat victims if they get their prize stolen, or?
ID or anything on you?
No.
What's your date of birth?
12/30/1995. Did we commit a crime?
I'm trying to figure that out right now.
The police were very confused on who the actual criminals in this situation were. So, we explained everything to them.
I'm supposed to be getting this prize from here.
Okay.
And they're not gonna give it to me?
But the police don't just have to take our word for it. I'm carrying all of the legal raffle paperwork, plus the Oregon law book that specifically states this is a criminal crime the police are required to investigate. Oh, and we have all the paperwork here. Stealing from a DOJ-approved raffling scheme is a criminal offense which the police have to investigate. Now that the police have seen the law, they actually agree that a crime has been committed. They're now finally going to do a police investigation.
He said that's
on
true.
this Lego theft. The investigator started by taking some notes.
They're selling stuff because they're thieves and stole stuff. It's a raffle?
Yes.
Okay. And we need to investigate some sort of raffle thievery.
Well, he started taking notes until another police officer came and whispered in his ear. I don't know what he said to him, but whatever it was, it made them all completely change their attitudes.
And you're trespassing the property for life, okay? You come back, you're gonna go in handcuffs and go to jail.
But they trespass you? But we're just trying to claim our prize.
You guys have no right or have no connection to the store. You're not.
Well, yeah, we do. They stole a bunch of, like, they have our prize, so there's a connection.
That is a civil issue between.
No, it's criminal.
Okay.
I got the.
Are you gonna listen to me?
This officer's trying as hard as he can to cover up this crime, but I wasn't gonna let him. But eventually, he said, if I don't let him cover up this crime, I'm getting arrested.
We really want to dive down this really deep. We're trying to give some outs. Okay, we're trying to work with you guys and give you some outs. We can start looking at that you guys falsified a raffle. Whatever that raffle looked like.
Well, here's the thing: it's not a falsified raffle. We have all the legal paperwork right here.
You don't have authority to give out a prize. We're just going to get to the point, but we're not going to have these conversations. We're just going to put you in handcuffs, take it deep. Are we all on the same page?
No.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I'm not gonna let the police just cover up this crime.
Like, just threatening me to that you're gonna take me to jail.
Do you have the authority to do this raffle?
So, for what?
Are we done for the night?
No, it's actually required by you guys to investigate this. It's not civil, it's criminal.
Just so we're talking in circles, right? Yep. No. Do you understand at least what he told you on the...
I'll never talk in circles. That's the first time we've falsifying a raffle.
Good. Just answer my question. Do you understand what Officer Bev has explained to you? Kind of what's going to happen, what's going to be the next steps?
I think...
Nope. Yes or no?
No, I'm not understanding.
You don't understand? What part don't you understand?
Yeah, I was pretty confused on what they were going to arrest me for. I mean, the 4th Amendment in our Constitution specifically states that the police can't arrest you if they don't have a reason. I keep asking them for a reason, but they can't tell me anything that I'm doing that's illegal.
Well, I don't think we broke the law. I'm understanding. That part doesn't matter. Here, it's pretty black and white. Because right now, you guys said the law we broke is the falsifying the raffle.
No, let's do this. Let's just call it and we'll just go from here, all right, guys? Just please.
So you guys are going to investigate?
We are trying to keep you guys out of handcuffs. We don't want to go that route. We actually, you seem like nice guys. We don't want that for you guys. But at a certain point, we can't keep doing this. All right, so we're good, guys. All right,
I don't think we're good. We're not good at all.
It's pretty clear. You go on the property, you're gonna get arrested.
When I came up with this plan, I was under the assumption
so
that
they didn't do anything, and they were like, yeah, just a warning, like, you know what I'm saying.
And because of this, another family got scammed by bricks and minifigs. I felt pretty bad, so I just paid this family what this Lego set was worth myself. Do we call the police officer? Like, what do you do when there's just corrupt police?
Should you go to the police department?
Should we go to the police department? So we went to the police department to tell them that some of their police are corrupt. And then we realized we're literally just telling the police that they are corrupt. Of course they're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah, they don't want to do the paperwork. Yes. I was thinking the same thing. Absolutely. Yes.
But this is when we realized that this raffle might have actually accomplished something pretty big for us. Josh ended up giving me a call.
You guys keep coming to the...
There's a warning. We'll do the paperwork if we have to. Like...
You're threatening my business, you moron.
Josh seems pretty scared, and he should be. Eventually, I am going to end up solving all of the police corruption that's going on. And once that happens, Josh is no longer going to be in civil trouble. He's going to be in criminal trouble. It wasn't a fake raffle. It was a real lottery scheme, according to Oregon state law. And it actually is a Class B felony, up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Yeah, the loophole he's been using this entire time, just hiding behind the fact that it's a civil case, isn't going to work for him much longer.
Well, let's not argue that. I don't want to... It's just better to just say, hey, you're not a thief. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen.
Definitions of whether it's stolen or not, I don't think, no, anyways, it's not stolen. Why do we care about that? Well, who cares whether it was theft or not?
But for some reason, Josh still decided not to give the Legos back. I think he might just need one more push. Here's the plan. Take a picture of every single sign that's outside the Bricks and Minifigs store. And
he literally just shot himself, like literally, like
for example,
he literally self-reported. If you missed
it, go home. In buy, sell, trade, I changed it to I net. It goes back.
Whether it was theft or not.
But for
anyways, it's not stolen. Whether it's stolen or not, I don't. You know what I mean? Definitions of whether it's stolen or not, I don't think,
Well, definitions of whether they're stolen or not? What do you mean by that?
Definitions of whether it's stolen or not, I don't think, anyways, it's not stolen. Why do we care about that? Well, who cares whether it was theft or not?
But for some reason, Josh still decided not to give the Legos back. I think he might just need one more push. Here's the plan. Take a picture of every single sign that's outside the Bricks and Minifigs store. And now I'm going to redesign every single one to make them definition
of stolen. What do you mean? What, like, what don't you understand? Can you explain what your definition of stolen means? Like, finish that sentence, you know?
Better method, which is a tape measure. The exact dimensions of their actual sign that they have up right now. Now it's time to put our signs directly over top of their signs. But before we had time to do this, Josh gave me a call. He's still trying to convince me to sue him so he gets charged with a civil crime, not a criminal crime, which could land him in jail.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you sue me? It's a civil matter. Tell Brian to put his money where his mouth is. Let's go to court.
Okay, you want to do double or nothing?
What are you talking about? Are you stupid?
If you're wrong, you pay us double. If I'm wrong, I pay you double.
Bro, are you dumb? You're obviously a kid. You don't know how how this works.
I think you're scared. Double or nothing. Let's do it.
You're so dumb, bro.
I think you're scared.
Okay, I'm not scared.
Let's do double or nothing.
I'm not doing
If you lose, you pay us $400,000. You're scared. You're a chicken. I'm calling you out. You're scared. I'm calling you out.
Bro, quit being stupid.
You're too scared. You're scared.
Okay, do you want me to
Put your money where your mouth is.
Are you just gonna be a pussy, or are you gonna?
I'm putting my money where my mouth is. You put your money where your mouth is.
Okay, let me talk.
Okay.
When Brian first came in, we identified anything that was on that list that would have been his that Amanda didn't sell, and we set it aside. And it's still sitting there. We're happy to give you your stuff back. I just don't want any more damage to the store.
I guess Josh is finally
So they
realized
just
that
admitted
whatever he's
that
going
it's still
through right
there.
now will literally never end for him unless he gives the
Wait, he just said that his stuff is sitting there. So if his stuff is sitting there, give the guy his stuff. Right? You just admitted it on the phone just now, literally. Caught. So what are we playing stupid about?
Don't want any more damage to the store.
I guess Josh has finally realized that whatever he's going through right now will literally never end for him unless he gives the Legos back.
I'm happy to give you the inventory. It's only bringing me harm because you guys are doing wackadoo crap trying to attack us.
Well, it looks like we won, and Brian is finally getting his Legos back.
This definitely changes the trajectory of a lot of the things that we had in
Yeah,
scope
we had
of
some
mind,
really
right?
good ideas. Yeah. Well, what do we do for the next couple hours if it's raining?
Bowling.
Go bowling.
Let's go bowling.
We waited a few hours for Brian to get off work, and now he's off work.
Hey, Brian's off work.
So we showed him our entire conversation with Josh.
So what can we do now to work with you guys to get the sets back?
Okay, this is what I need done. I need a written apology from Brian. I need all the negative comments taken off. I need positive reviews on there to make up for the damage. And then I'll give them back.
So you're holding my sets hostage.
Oh, you thought we were getting the Legos back already? We're not even halfway through the video yet. Yeah, so basically before Brian can get his Star Wars Lego collection back, he has to write Bricks and Minifigs an apology letter for making this Facebook post. Bricks and Minifigs really doesn't like this Facebook post being up, because in this Facebook post, Brian calls Bricks and Minifigs out for stealing his Lego Star Wars collection.
I'm not apologizing for shit.
I agree, but it sucks. But here's like where we're at, right? If you could just write the letter, like we can get the Legos back.
I walked in there with the best of intentions. Here's proof of my collection in the store. I want it back. And they've done nothing but lie and make my life a living fucking hell over this. I've gone through 9 months of anxiety, stress, hospital-ridden, medication taking types of burden. No, I am not apologizing to this fucking asshole.
Good.
It sounds kinda
Stand on
crazy,
ground,
Brian,
stand on
you're saying
business.
this, but I see where he's coming from. I've gotten to personally see
Word.
a tiny bit.
Imagine being stolen from and played with and then being like, oh, now I gotta apologize to the nigga that did all of that to me.
But at the same time, if Brian just writes this apology letter
Brother.
to Minifigs, he'll get all his Legos back.
I get it. You're asking me to swallow my pride and write this letter, and I get it.
But then Brian told us a bigger reason we shouldn't write this apology letter. Because Brian told us that this apology letter is really a trap. Yeah, this is Josh trying to trick us into giving him a get out of jail free card. What I mean by this is if Brian makes an apology letter to Bricks and Minifigs, then Bricks and Minifigs can now use this letter as written evidence in court that they're not the bad guys, Brian's the bad person. Brian told us that if we give them this get out of jail free card, then they have absolutely no reason to ever give the Legos back. I just want to say, if this is actually what Bricks and Minifigs' plan is, then that's insane. But I really wanted to find out if this is what their plan was. So I decided to tell Josh that Brian is going to send him an apology video.
He makes the apology, then we can get the Legos back like today or tomorrow, you think, or?
Yeah.
Just in case Bricks and Minifigs has evil intentions with this apology video, I wanted to give him something that they couldn't use in court. So I went back to the beginning of the video and took a screenshot of Brian's face and put it into this website.
Imagine being told to apologize to the thief that robbed you. Yo, how would you even apologize? How do you even start that? How? How would you even commence that sentence? Yo, I'm sorry I got mad. You stole from me? I'm sorry I tried to get my money back. Say sorry and I might give you my say sorry and I might give you your shit back. That's like getting robbed at gunpoint. The robber starts laughing and being like, apologize for your stuff. Yo, sorry for being mad that you robbed me. Yo, nah, this shit is
I
so
also uploaded this video of Sheldon.
Hi, I'm Brian Mansell.
And after just a little bit of deep faking, it now looks like this.
Hi, I'm Brian Mansell, and I apologize sincerely for accusing you guys of stealing my Legos.
So just again, context. So what's going on here? They're creating a fake apology just in case Josh actually wants to use this apology to incriminate Brian and say, look, by the way, we actually are good. We have no fault in this. We're actually good and clean. Look, this guy even sent us an apology and a written, thing, and show this in court to like kind of be like, yo, this guy is harassing us and he apologized and da 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 da. So they're putting a loophole in the loophole just in case.
I was wrong, and you were right.
This is the ultimate test. Was Josh being sincere, or was this all just one big trick?
I want to give it back to him.
Oh, I was muted. Like, I was muted this whole time. Well, anyways, it's just funny. It's just funny. Anyways, nah, this shit is funny, bro. This shit is just funny. Let's look at some comments, bro. That's what I was saying. Like, I was just reading what Gatella said, bro. Sure, I wish I could hear this rant. Okay. So I was just saying, like, we're gonna look at some of the comments real quick. We have 25 minutes left. And then I was reading like, oh, I know it caused you a lot of suffering for being correctly called out for being a thief, even though you posted evidence of my stolen property on social media. How dare I come against such an almighty thief? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of like kiss this person's ass. Like, that's what they're looking for. Like, sure wish I could hear. Okay, yeah, like how dare I? What is my problem? Like for even calling you out? Like, gosh. I can't believe this video was free. This is a whole Netflix special, literally. If you steal $10 from a store, you go to jail. If they steal $200,000 from a dying man, they say it's civil. Bro. I've never wanted to see a company go bankrupt more in my life. The best part is the Ben presents himself like a stupid teenager, so the manager, franchise, and CEO don't have a clue about the genius legal moves he's making at every step. This company is about to learn how devastating bad PR can be when it goes viral. This is what YouTube was invented for. Abuse. Absolute masterpiece, video of the year. risking your entire $400 million company for $200,000 is not only a bad thing to do, but it's just bad business. Literally, it's so dumb. But bro, companies be like that though. Like how many times they take your money like away if it's schedules, but take 4 weeks to give it back. Give that ass in the CEO argument saying we don't have it. Like he's literally, bro, he's literally getting called. He's literally getting called in the phone talking about it, that he has it and all of this, that and the literally right now. 4K.
That's the long
And then still say he doesn't have it.
and the short of it. We've run me over. I'm good. We gotta win Amanda over, right? Apologize to Amanda.
Okay. I guess Brian's just a little worried that you guys are just gonna keep postponing it until
You're gonna get him. You're gonna.
So now he's giving them the runaround. So this guy Josh is being a dickhead. So I want an apology video. I want a written apology as well. Oh, and by the way, Amanda, the manager at the shop, yeah, she wasn't feeling good about what you guys did and all of that. I actually want you guys to go down and apologize with her and be in good standing. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll give you your Legos. Literally is what he's saying.
Get him. I'm not gonna screw you. You have my word. That's not who I am. I promise you. I swear to God.
I promise you, I swear to who?
So before we can get the Legos back, Josh made up one new thing I have to do. I have to apologize to Amanda for my raffle being fake, even though I put in a lot of effort to make sure my raffle was actually real. I don't know. It almost feels like another trap.
Brother, when me and Natalie watched this and he said that, I am not going to lie to you, it made me sick. The fact that there are people out here, right? Just him as an example, that are out here in your face telling you shit, so much so, and then making it so believable that they will swear to everything that makes them who they are and everything that they stand for and lie straight to your face. That is crazy that businesses can get away with that. And proof, by the way, because it's different. It's different when it's word of mouth. You losing that. No matter what, you're losing that. No matter what court you go to, word of mouth, you're always losing no matter what. This is with proof, bro. All of this is with proof. And look at what they're going through.
The employee we brainwashed from before told us that the owners are coming up with schemes to try to get us arrested.
After you left, I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested? How do we get them arrested?
Maybe Josh is saying this to trick me into going back.
Changing the terms and moving the goalposts until they give up. Yes, it's crazy.
But I had to find out for sure.
Do you give me permission to go into the store to apologize to her? To make peace?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Hi Amanda, how's it going? We came to make peace, and we talked to Josh. He told us to come back and make peace with you. Is that okay?
It turns out I was right. This was a trap. Bricks and Minifigs doesn't care about giving us the Legos back. They just want to get us arrested.
Just wait though. This is what you guys are gonna love. This is what I was talking about. I love this part. This is my favorite part, literally.
Right here in the store in front of me.
We only have a very small amount of time before the police arrest us. So we decided to use this time to see if we could finally convince Amanda to make peace with us.
Well, I guess before they get here, we just wanted to talk to you, like civilly, if you would like to have a peace treaty with us.
Not in a harassing way, not in a very peaceful way.
Would that be okay with you?
But making peace with us did not seem like a priority for Amanda. Her priority was to get us arrested.
It's just a regular peace treaty, a one-page document.
He brought a peace treaty, bro. That's not it though. That's not it. I thought that was funny though.
If you need to go over.
But just wait. I know you hate this Amanda lady, bro. Me and Natalie didn't like her either, but unfortunately, she's just. She's collateral damage.
She has some kind of like treaty on a scroll.
She's doing her job. She's a Karen, but.
For the cops, or do we?
And so we waited for the police to show up.
They told her it's not her problem. And even if she's in on it, it's really not. It's the CEO.
It makes sense. I mean, the last time the police showed up, I was fully prepared with the Oregon law book. The Oregon law scared the police so much that they had to run away. I think they're scared to come back.
Dude, where the heck are these cops? Hi, Josh.
Ben, how's it going?
It's good. So we walked in, we were like, hey, we're sorry. We have permission to come back here and like apologize. And she's like, I'm calling the cops. And she like starts.
Josh now realizes that his last-ditch plan to get me arrested, well, that plan didn't work.
I'm sorry Amanda did that. Thank you.
No, he's not.
It looks like Josh has no other choice than to give Brian his family's Legos back.
You apologize. It's up to them to accept. So let's cross Amanda off that checklist. Let's get this done.
And now that our work here is done, we decided to head back to Los Angeles. It's too late to pick up the Legos today, but tomorrow they're finally gonna give this family their Legos back. And now it's tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
The store has Brian's phone number blocked, so he can't call them. So instead, I called the store to see how Brian could pick up his Lego sets.
I was just wondering if you guys are still down to get the Legos back today.
I think. I just want to make sure everything's properly.
The guy I'm on the phone with was trying as hard as he could to stall. It turns out that this is actually the same guy in the security camera footage that kicked the old owner out of the store. Google says his name is Brandon Best, and apparently he's co-owners of this franchise along with Joshua Johnson. But for some mystery reason, they weren't able to give the Legos back today.
They said they'd give me an update on Monday type thing.
Now it's Monday.
Okay, Monday, cool. Fine.
Hey, I was just calling to see if you guys are still down to give the Legos back today.
He said.
Oh, not today, tomorrow? Oh, say word, say word.
I imagine it'll get done sometime this weekend, so I don't know for sure.
Oh, this week. Oh, my bad.
I don't have a quick update, unfortunately.
Oh, no updates.
Unfortunately, I still don't have really a good update. Yeah, you bet. Thanks for your patience. Sorry, it's kind of crazy and.
Hey.
Leave your message for.
He said I probably won't be able to talk tonight. What the heck? Why do they keep postponing this?
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
What the heck? Yesterday he said he would call me today.
Right? Let's get past the Chad, you know what I'm saying? So you're telling me that if I wouldn't have falsified my apology, right? Let's say my apology was dead ass genuine, even though I know I didn't deserve to apologize to you. Let's say I went on my way and apologized to you because you promised me that you was gonna give me back what was mine. Okay, you pushed the goalpost, okay, and I went the extra mile, and now you're giving me the runaround. And now you got me looking like a fool in your phone where you could just show your boys, yo, look at this dumbass, yo, I got his while you're assembling my Legos too. You probably got me on the big screen, watching me up in the big screen on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Assembling the Legos, apologizing to you, telling me, oh no, tomorrow, or I got you later, or oh word. Again, it's not about the Legos though. It's not, right? It's about the principle, right? because realistically speaking, it's about there's money involved, right? And on top of that, this is your property. Imagine I go to anyone that's watching this. Imagine I go to your house, it happens a lot. Imagine I go to your house for one night and you're not there and you come back and I tell you, oh, this is my house now. And you want to get crazy. I call the cops, this, that, and the third, and the cops are on my side. And I admit that it was your house and I just walked in here and I just said it was mine. But then when we talking, I'm like, nah, it's not really your house. I never said that. This was always my house. What are you talking about? Is literally this. It's the same thing. $200,000, bro. Even $100,000. That's literally a house. That's literally property. What are we talking about right now? That's literally property. That's literally a down. That's literally, bro. That's literally a house, bro. Let's be real.
Has been forwarded to voicemail. Has been forwarded to voicemail.
And say sorry that I'm in your house. Say sorry. Say sorry that you knocked on your door and try to kick me out your house and eat your food and wear your clothes and shower in your bathroom and do God knows what in your bed. Say sorry. The fuck?
It's been over a month now. And yeah, I've gotten no answer. And finally, after a really long amount of time, they finally answered my call.
I'm not going to distribute those things at this point. We've kept them on hold for this long, so.
I've just been told that Bricks and Minifigs is no longer going to give Brian his Legos back like they promised. And at this moment, I finally realized what I did wrong. Josh said we could get the Legos back once we make peace with Amanda, but we never actually really made peace with her.
And I'm not signing nothing from anybody.
His time skip is unbeatable.
Unless we can somehow find a way to make peace with Amanda,
I love this part.
Getting these Legos back. So I printed out a more official looking peace treaty and traveled from Los Angeles all the way back to Bricks and Minifigs in Oregon.
Well, I made it to Oregon. Hopefully I can get Amanda to sign the peace treaty this time and we can finally get the Legos back.
Hello. What?
Yo, got the word.
You didn't sign the peace treaty.
I'm saying, bro.
You gonna call Josh?
No, I'm calling the police.
Bricks and Minifigs is still doing the same thing they've always done. They're still trying to get me arrested just to avoid giving the Legos back. The problem with their plan, though, is Bricks and Minifigs is never going to be able to arrest me because I have a get out of jail free card.
Yes.
This card, the entire video.
Okay, before he gets into this, which I think is masterful, and I know I'm not gonna make a pause because I think paying attention to this part is probably like my best part of this video. There's one more part, and then there's like a little mini series where he gets interviewed. And then the third one hasn't been released due to what's going on currently, right? But I wanted to read Catalo was like, this is my house now. Never mind that your family pictures are still up on the walls. Like, where? Like, you can't prove that. You know, you can't prove that that's your family. Where's the proof? Where's the documents? Where's the fucking...
Haven't used it yet. Let's rewind all the way to the beginning so I can show you what I mean.
So basically my friend said that you guys have some of his Legos, I think?
Nope, it was even before this. Right here, I made a contract with Amanda that says I, Ben Schneider, should not be trespassed, and all of these legal words, for any circumstance whatsoever, and for literally any reason, they cannot trespass me. And it's effective for the next 10 years. But this only really works as a get out of jail free card if I can get Amanda to sign it, but How the heck am I gonna do that?
Hi, sorry, I got a delivery. Can I get a signature?
For some reason, Amanda just started signing our contract without even reading it.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
In America, we have a duty to read contracts law, which states that you have to read a contract before you sign it. And if you forget to read it or you just choose not to read it, it's your fault and you still have to do everything the contract says. So even though Amanda didn't read it, she signed it, so she has to follow everything, including a clause that says for every police officer she calls on me, she owes me $5,000 in liquidated damages. So let's fast forward and see how much Amanda owes me. We got 5,000, keep going, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, 35,000, $40,000. Okay, I think that's all the times Amanda called the police on me, but if I'm gonna be honest, even though Amanda has been helping cover up this giant theft, I still kind of feel bad for her that she owes us $40,000. I mean, that's a lot of money. So I'm going to stop continuing to trick her, and I'm finally going to come clean about the contract. Once Amanda sees the agreement she's in, she'll finally realize it's not worth it to continue racking up.
Yo, I try to stay quiet. Bro, Amanda got trolled so hard, bro. I mean, realistically speaking, legitimately, like, this is... yo, these are loopholes. See what I mean? Like, these are fucking loopholes. Have you ever just got... Bro, you don't know what you're signing, bro. You don't know what you're signing. It don't matter. Bro, and you're saying I'm gonna start making contracts and have people sign them? Bro, look at what fucking... What's his name? Drewski. When Drewski be doing the stupid little... The little recruiting shit. Drewski's such an idiot, bro. The shit that his contracts be saying. The funny shit is that if Drewski was dead ass or wanted to be dead ass about it, which I don't know if he is or not, it's crazy. Like, yo, imagine you don't know what you signing, bro. Imagine somebody pulls up to you, delivers a package that you need to sign, and you sign, and now you somebody's hoe. Huh? Like, whoa, like, what the fuck? I thought my package was being delivered. No, but the thing about this, though, is that he has to make her aware about it, too, though. So he says, I'm gonna just start making contracts and get signatures. We're gonna make back the $200,000 in no time at this point, where with her phone calls, like, realistically, that shit happens. Like, when motherfuckers use your shit, or a random ass company hits me up, bro, I'm gonna start hitting them if you sign this. I own all your shit down to social. Yeah, but nobody's gonna, like, no smart corporation is gonna just sign some shit. Like, you feel me? Not the package. That's crazy. They're gonna, yo, honestly, movements like this changes the law. Because when people start finding loopholes like this and then start exporting and going crazy with it, you're forced to change the law and have everybody abide by it. Because if it's that easy, then say word. I guess we're all playing the same game, right? GTA 6, bro, we're playing GTA 6. That's what's going on. That's why it hasn't been released. We're in GTA 6 right now. Imagine, bro. All right, let me stop.
Okay, I think that's all the times Amanda called the police on me, but if I'm gonna be honest, even though Amanda has been helping cover up this giant theft, I still kind of feel bad for her that she owes us $40,000. I mean, that's a lot of money. So I'm going to stop continuing to trick her, and I'm finally going to come clean about the contract. Once Amanda sees the agreement she's in, she'll finally realize it's not worth it to continue racking up this $5,000 debt. Instead, a much easier option would be we team up together to convince corporate to give Brian his Legos back.
Oh, I'm calling the police because you've already been trespassed off the premises.
Well, you don't want to owe $5,000 more, do you?
I don't owe anything, and I'm asking you for like a time limit to leave.
You did say that I'm allowed to be here. You
I
signed a
did not.
document.
I never once said you were allowed to be here.
Well, then whose signature is this then?
That is not my signature.
He hit her with the howdy dukin'. Howdy dukin'.
Because you signed this, right?
No, I did not.
Is that not your signature?
Howdy dukin'.
So, no, it's not, and I'd like to know how you guys got a signature that's even close to mine.
Well, it says every time.
Oh, she don't want to call.
$5,000 for like punitive damages.
She don't want to call the cops now.
I'm just following the contract that you signed.
What happened?
Amanda knows she can't call the cops on me just for being here anymore. I decided to call Josh to update him on how making peace with Amanda is going.
Hey, I just went back to try to apologize to Amanda, and
but what Josh said next, I was not ready for.
Dude, when we took over that store, there was nothing in that store. The shelves were empty. I don't know why you guys are thinking we're the bad guys.
Josh's story has now completely changed. Now he's saying even if I'm able to make peace with Amanda, they still won't be able to give me the Legos back because they never even had the Legos to begin with. Well, if Josh is telling the truth, then why did Josh say this to us last time?
We're happy to give you your stuff back.
I mean, what stuff of ours would he be giving back if none of our stuff was even ever in his store? You're like, what about this?
I'm happy to go open that stupid cupboard and you can have all the sets in there. I want to give it back to him. I'm happy to give you the inventory. Give the inventory to Brian. I'll give him back. I'm not gonna screw you. You have my word. That's not who I am. I promise you. I swear to God. I promise you on everything.
I mean, Josh is on video swearing to God and on everything he'll give us the Legos back. But now, for some reason, he never even had the Legos. This makes no sense.
Dude, the shelves were empty.
So I decided to remind him of all of these examples where he claims they do have Brian's Legos in the store still. And this was his response.
You, I never said that.
yeah, you did.
Give a damn of your fucking opinion. It's wrong. And if you want to test your fucking opinion, let's go in court. Who enforces the law?
The court? So
Exactly.
So you're saying that
It's just a
so you're saying
difference of opinion.
so basically what you're saying is I'm wrong, but you can sue me for it, is what you're saying.
No, I'm gonna be real with you. I hear what you're saying. Fuck U.S. laws. I hear you. There's a lot of things that were put in place under good intentions. It's people like this that make laws, any laws, mean nothing and have to add more laws on top of laws and be more specific about things, because leaving it too broad for somebody, I guess, even if you give it the exact definition, is not enough. They know the law, they just choose to break it and make you feel like you broke the law instead. That's what's going on, realistically speaking. Because realistically speaking, the laws are there, and a lot of civilized human beings can follow the rules and make businesses without having to fuck up somebody else. You feel me? And do things by the books, legally and respectfully, and whatever, this, that, and the third. Because I get it. Like, I'm not even going to go down to it. Like, just being civilized, right? What it is to be civilized. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what that's like. It's just, there's people that go out their way to just ruin somebody else's day and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it's a little too common. It's a lot of people, I think, share that too in common. You feel me? And it all does stem with, like, you feel me? Like corporations and like the job force and everything like that. Like,
Yeah, that's the long and the short of it.
So you know you're wrong. So you know that you stole the Legos then.
Let's go to court then.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, is that what you want?
Yeah.
You really want that?
I mean, I don't. I would like to just get the Legos back, but if that's what you want, I mean, it seems like this is what you want.
so you see, so hear it out. You see how his tone changed, right? So the guy on the phone is like, yo, all right, if you feel some type of way, take me to court. Take me to court. This, that, and the third. And now homie's like, Ben is like, all right, say word. I'm gonna take you to court. His tone is like, oh wait, you dead ass? You're gonna take me to court? What happened to that energy? Let me take you to court now. What happened? We're gonna do this. All right, I'm gonna pay for it and we'll go to court. How about that?
I'm giving you every out that I can, but
Let's just not go down. Look.
dang.
Let's don't go down that route. It doesn't really matter because.
I just want to get the Legos back. They're Brian.
Oh, now let's not go down that route. So you was bluffing. So a lot of people like to play fucking poker, bro. Why is he playing poker right here with life? Homie is really gambling.
No, that's the long and the short of it.
So you know you're wrong. So you know that you stole the Legos then.
Let's go to court then.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna just let it play.
You really want that?
I mean, I would like to just get the Legos back, but if that's what you want, I mean, it seems like this is what you want. I'm giving you every out that I can, but.
Let's just not go down. Look.
Dang.
Let's don't go down that route. It doesn't really matter because.
I just want to get the Legos back. They're Brian's Legos. Give them back. It's pretty easy. It's kind of funny that this entire video, Josh has just been begging me to sue him.
Show me. Let's go to court.
But the second I agree to it, his attitude completely changes. It's almost like Josh doesn't want me to sue him, and the only reason he's saying that is because he knows that by saying it, he can get away with his crimes. But now that Josh thinks that there's a chance I might actually sue him, he's getting scared. In fact, he said if I do sue him, he's gonna tell the world that I'm the one that stole the Legos.
Hey, you can f*** yourself.
Dang.
You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're a fucking thief.
Dang. Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
So basically, these are my two options. I can do what Josh wants me to do and shut up, which I can say right now, I'm definitely not doing that. So what's the alternative? I can, I guess, raise hundreds of thousands of dollars somehow, and then maybe spend 3 to 4 years in court fighting them, and somehow if I win, then we can finally get the family their Legos back. Yeah, both of these options suck. Or maybe I can somehow find a way to engineer a third option, which I call option number 3. Small claims court. Think about it. Small claims court is basically just like big boy court, except it costs basically nothing, and you get a judgment pretty much instantly. So I gathered my friends around a campfire to tell them about option number 3. One of the thoughts you had was taking the small claims court, right?
No, what are you talking about? Ben is this guy, the guy that's that owns the channel. Ben is the guy. Josh is the guy that's like, oh, take me to court, and then being like, oh, wait, don't take me to court, let's not do that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I swear to God, that's Josh on the phone. And then I think the son or the owners of the Legos, his name's Brian. I mean, the guy on the phone, Josh, is he like the one that said, I don't know about the spreadsheets and shit? Oh, you're asking if Josh is the CEO? No. Oh, we haven't met Josh completely yet. You're gonna hate this guy, bro.
No, because it's way too much money to take to small claims court.
You can't take someone to small claims court, Ben, for $200,000.
Yeah, it's 12,000 at the most, right? 12,500.
Everyone hated option number 3. And I guess it makes sense. We ended up looking it up, and you can actually only sue for $10,000 at the most. So if we go with option number 3, Brian actually could win $10,000 pretty easily, but then this is what would happen to his $190,000. But I'm not giving up. We just need to get creative. Theoretically, if you wanted to, could you take in the small claims court?
If you wanted to limit it. If I wanted to limit it.
But you would at least get $10,000 out of that though, right?
We could, but it would be giving up $100,000 more, you know?
So here's the pitch.
Here we go.
What if we have 10 people sue 10 different times for $10,000,
and we get $100,000.
No.
Well, why not?
The reason that this will never work is because of a legal term called claim splitting. Yeah, so it turns out my idea is called claim splitting, which is when a civil plaintiff splits one lawsuit into 2 or more lawsuits, and that is illegal. Yes, if 10 different people sue and win money for one crime, then that is illegal. But we have already established that if one person sues for this crime, it is...
Pay attention, class.
A very easy win. So what if this exact scenario just so happens to happen 10 different times? Think about it. If 10 different people get their Legos stolen by Bricks and Minifigs, all 10 people can individually sue, and it turns out that that is actually not considered claim splitting. So basically, if I can find 10 different victims of Bricks and Minifigs, my plan will work. And maybe I don't have to find 10 victims. Maybe I can create them. Starting with myself. First, I signed up for a credit card and then used that credit card to walk into the bank and take out a $10,000 loan. I then used this $10,000 to buy a few Lego sets from Brian. Specifically, these Lego sets, and according to the legal paperwork, they're still Brian's to sell to me. But just in case Bricks and Minifigs tries to argue that for some reason this wasn't a legal sale, I hired a public notary to officially approve the purchase.
It's official, we have a public notary approving it. A notary public. We have a notary public approving it. I own these Lego sets now, right?
Once I stamp it, it's all yours.
Here we go.
Pleasure. Congratulations. It looks like I legally now have $10,000 worth of inventory inside this Bricks and Minifigs store. So I wrote a very stern demand letter to Bricks and Minifigs demanding that they give me all of my $10,000 of Legos back. And they never got back to me. So I'm going to sue them in small claims court, completely separate of Brian. Now that there's 2 crimes committed against 2 completely separate victims, this is not considered claim splitting. So this is when I thought, if the plan works this well for me, it should also work this well for all my friends. So I signed up for a ton of more credit cards, took out a bunch of more money, and each of my friends bought $10,000 worth of Brian's Lego sets.
$10,000 for you? Here you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
You felt the need to bow.
This is when we realized there's actually a big problem with our plan because we're now all $10,000 in debt, and if we don't pay the banks back soon, the interest is gonna destroy us. Dude, what's the problem?
We're $10,000 in debt.
Well, how do we solve this, dude? What do we do? We just ask our friends if they have, like, money to, like, loan us?
Tommy! I'm in a lot of debt, and I just wanted to know if you have $10,000 to loan me. No?
What?
Dang. Well, it was worth a try.
Michael!
Do you have $10,000 to loan me?
I literally do not have $10,000.
But this is when we remembered that our friend Brian just made about $100,000 from all the Lego sets he just sold us. I bet he has extra money he could lend us. So we gave Brian a call.
So
this is huge brain tactics, bro.
I just need $10,000, that's all. I'll give it back. This is weird. I know, it's crazy, but like...
I can see about it, but...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh my god, sure.
Brian legally gave each of us a
These motherfuckers are showing how silly money is, that you can pass it back and forth amongst each other and say, I paid you $10,000 and I gave you $10,000 and
$10,000 loan,
and then pay the bank.
To now pay back the banks to avoid interest. And it says in the paperwork that once we win these court cases against Bricks and Minifigs, we'll pay Brian back.
Yeah, and we promise once we win this lawsuit, we'll pay you back.
Yeah, we'll pay you right back.
And if you're thinking, wait, how is all of this legal? There has to be some type of catch. And you're right, there is. It's called sales tax. But luckily for us in Oregon, there is no sales tax. It's one of the only states that doesn't have it. This means that we can just keep selling Lego sets back and forth to each other over and over.
Wow.
For free.
Well, I think everyone's in.
Infinite money glitch.
Start a filing.
But I haven't even told you guys the best part yet. The best part is that all of this is another flashback. Yeah, all of this happened a month ago. So now let's fast forward all the way back to present day, where I'm still talking to Josh on the phone. And yeah, Josh has no clue that we've been preparing all of these court cases against him for the last month. He's about to be in for the surprise of his life.
You have, like, I guess until the store closes, I guess, to get the Legos back, if that's the way you want to go. But if not, I guess we'll serve the papers today and then go to court.
How are you going to serve the papers today?
Well, figure it out.
That's not how it works. Are you young? That's not how the world works.
It's not how the world works.
Ageism, by the way.
Make the world work that way today.
Ageist.
Bricks and Minifigs knows the deal. Get the Legos back before the store closes, or they get served court papers. And
Thinking that because he's young,
and then waiting
he
got kind of boring.
don't know what he's doing.
I'm going to spend the rest of the day promoting my We Steal From Old People company. Go to www.westealfromoldpeople.com for some awesome merch. And if Bricks and Minifigs calls the police on me for doing this, then they owe me $5,000 more. I've been advertising my company for a pretty long time now, and I've gotten no reaction from Bricks and Minifigs. So I'm sending in a secret undercover agent to see how they're handling the situation from the inside.
Oh no!
Well, they closed early on us. I think they were afraid of my lawsuit. So we decided to go bowling again.
They avoided him. Trick shot. Ew. That was clean.
Day now.
Clean.
You know what that means? It's go time.
It's go time.
The funniest part about yesterday was when I was talking to Josh on the phone, he totally thinks that I just made all of this up in the moment. When the actual reality is, we've been planning this court case for months. But I'm not complaining, because if Josh thinks it's fake, then he probably won't show up to court. And if Josh doesn't show up to court, we just win by default.
It's just that easy, right?
Court papers. I'm actually first going to confirm Josh's beliefs and do something super duper fake. Like give him a world record for the most amount of Legos ever stolen.
Not everyone can say that they're the best in the world. It's something.
Exactly.
You ready? Hi.
Hello.
I am Ryan with the Guinness World Record Association, and I think you're expecting this actually. This is an award for most Legos stolen by any company in the world.
Bro.
Stolen by a single franchise.
Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely not hanging that up.
You don't know anything about this.
I have no idea of anything about that.
Okay. I guess call
I
the.
am the manager.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
And you weren't expecting it?
I was not expecting it.
Success. Anything that gets delivered to the store now, Bricks and Minifigs will probably also think it's fake, which is now perfect timing to serve all of these real court papers. But to do this, I need a lot of people. So I started recruiting some people with a game of hacky sack.
Here's your legal paperwork.
You have been served.
The first lawsuit has officially been served. Good luck, guys.
Here's my resume.
Everything was going exactly to plan. Well, until this happened.
Yeah, Mark, hurry! Yo, can we just talk real quick?
I think Josh told this employee to close down the store early to avoid any more lawsuits coming in.
Yeah, she closed. As soon as she saw us pull up, she started closing up.
So for the rest of the day, I'm going to continue to advertise my We Steal From Old People company at www.westealfromoldpeople.com. I'm not getting many sales yet, but hopefully if I keep up all this advertising, people will eventually start believing in my company.
Kids freaking out over this PC law.
Yeah, we had to close early today, so
Are you
basically
guys gonna be open tomorrow though?
I don't know. So there's been some guy like harassing us because well, a lot of the Legos that we sell here are actually stolen Legos. Like we just steal the Legos.
Yeah.
Anyways, we ended up getting the rest of the court papers served.
The guy's like, oh, really? Wow. That's cool. I'll buy.
To a single court case we submitted against them. So I called the court to see what the next steps were.
Okay, so I don't see that there's been a response from anybody in the case. Since they didn't respond, you can move forward with a motion for default judgment.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Yes, since Bricks and Minifigs didn't respond, looks like we win by default. Congratulations, you won the court case.
Wait, what?
So instead of waiting for this guy to pay them, they just took their money legally. But it's not over, right? Because he still needs to get the Legos.
What? They really thought it was fake.
Yeah.
We did it.
Hey, that's fucking crazy, dude. No way.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think now it's time to go all the way back to Bricks and Minifigs.
Because the company didn't come to represent themselves in the court case that was filed against them, it defaulted. So it went to them. So they want the $10,000 each one.
And collect our money.
That's crazy.
And I got a cute little piggy bank here that they can put the money in. And so I traveled all the way back to Oregon to finally.
Dudes, it reminds me of that. Oh yeah, I need to look into that.
It truly is a beautiful ending. This entire video, Bricks and Minifigs has been begging me to sue them.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you sue me? Let's go to court. Sue me for us. Sue me. Let's go to court. Let's go to court then.
And when I finally followed their instructions, they were too scared to show up. There is no more legal loopholes, and there is no more postponing the problem. Now, Bricks and Minifigs finally has to deal with the consequences for their actions. So what if theoretically it went to court and it turns out you were wrong? Would you then admit you're sorry for everything?
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, I give him the inventory, and the judge says I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him. Well, I gotta go against the judge's orders.
Dang it! I couldn't believe it. Literally one day after we filed motion for default judgment, they permanently closed down the store. At first, it did feel kind of cool that our plan worked so well, it completely shut them down. But pretty quickly it sunk in that we are not the winners here. The only winners today is Bricks and Minifigs. Now, there's absolutely no way to hold this store liable for what they did. I guess Bricks and Minifigs was kind of embarrassed by this decision and forgot to mark online that their store is closed. So over the next few days, a bunch of negative reviews started coming in of people expecting an open store, but then being met with this. Bricks and Minifigs didn't even notify any of the kids' parents who booked birthday parties here. So when all the kids would show up, they would just have to sit in an empty parking lot for their birthday. If Bricks and Minifigs is too scared to show the world that they're closed, then the only way to let the world know is for me to give them an official closing ceremony. I guess someone driving by happened to take a picture of the sign we put up and posted it on social media. And pretty much immediately, we started going absolutely viral. The entire world has now seen this crime that Bricks and Minifigs has committed. And because of this, they finally marked on Google that their store is permanently closed.
I've been reading about this Bricks and Minifigs in Salem, Oregon that's got this sign out in front of it.
It's been over a week. The sign is still up, and people have been traveling from all over just to come and take a picture with this sign.
If you drive through Kaiser, you may have noticed a mysterious sign appear recently outside the closed Mini Bricks and Fig store. Permanently closed, we stole a family's life savings. They sued, we lost. By closing the store, we got out of having to pay the family what we owe them.
Just closed down his entire place of business to not pay you $100,000. I don't know, like we didn't get the Legos back, but I mean, we shut down an entire business. Like that's almost
We still gotta get the Legos back. Which is why, even though Bricks and Minifigs closed down this store, I am not stopping until we get this entire Star Wars collection back to its rightful owner. I don't know, it's just, this video's going on for so long now. Yeah, I bet you wouldn't believe me if I told you that this is still literally just the beginning of this Lego story. And if you want to watch part 2, it's live right now on my Patreon at Reckless.
Yes, sir. All right. Listen, his name is Reckless Ben. We have part 2, and I will be ending it on what's it called, on YouTube. Part 2 though. How long is part 2? Definitely check this guy out. Again, I'll post his copy. What's his channel here. Yeah, so that was part 1. And then part 2 is right here. But before we watch part 2 and before we end this video, I just want to quickly watch the response to their video, to the video that they made, just really quick, if that's cool. Not with laws, but goes to places and asks. Oh wait, what's this guy's name again? Tyler Rivera. Is someone like this guy? Oh, okay. I need to look into him. But let's watch the response real quick.
Officially responded to my Lego video we made about them, and I haven't read it yet, but someone just sent it to me, so I was like, well, let's make a video about this. This is not Lego video part 2. Part 2 is still on my Patreon if you want to check it out. Patreon.com/RecklessBen. This is just our response to Bricks and Minifigs' response.
I'm down. Yeah, the tournament is gonna be fun.
Before we start the video, we gotta talk about our sponsors. This video is sponsored by We Steal From Old People, and you can visit us at www.westealfromoldpeople.com. We're actually at We Steal From Old People's headquarters right now. This is our office, and we've been taking phone calls all day. Give us a call.
We would love to steal from old people for you if you want.
Yeah. But we can't take credit for our business model. We're literally just stealing from Bricks and Minifigs. They're the ones that thought of this genius business model, so they get all the credit for this. They posted this on their website. Let's see what they said. Over the past several months, many in our community have seen posts and videos regarding a dispute involving the former Bricks and Minifigs location in Salem, Oregon. We understand the frustration and passion behind
Hey, yo, thank you for the follow.
I don't think they fully understand.
Because when I went to ask him about this was his response.
What's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Bricks and Minifigs is built on a community of collectors and families who care deeply about fairness, and that is a value we share. Maybe Bricks and Minifigs just shows their care in a completely different way than most people do, and they show that care by stealing from people.
To be absolutely clear, Bricks and Minifigs does not condone, tolerate, or participate in the exploitation of anyone, especially older adults or vulnerable members of our community. I fucking love that they just specifically put especially older adults or vulnerable members of our community.
If they're not exploiting anyone, especially older adults, why are they stealing from older adults then? That seems like a weird way to not exploit old adults.
Yeah. When a complex business dispute is reduced to edited social media clips, critical facts are often lost. While we will not litigate this online, which they are currently doing, we want to clarify the core situation.
Okay, so I see what they're saying. So right now they're saying this is all a big misunderstanding. Ben has edited these clips to make us look bad, but we're not really bad. Now, for the rest of this article, we're going to share our side that Ben left out, is what I'm assuming they're saying here, right?
Sounds like it.
Maybe we were wrong. Maybe Bricks and Minifigs is right, and we should give them a chance to share their side of the story. So let's see their side. So it says, the reality of the consignment claim. Much of the online narrative centers around a private consignment arrangement allegedly made by a former Salem store. It is vital to understand that Bricks and Minifigs Corporate was not a party to this alleged agreement, nor were subsequent franchises who took the ownership of the Salem location after the former owners were removed. So Bricks and Minifigs does have a point here. The previous owner, according to Bricks and Minifigs franchise agreement, they're not supposed to do consignments. They're supposed to buy the Legos and then sell them. So I think the old owner broke the rules. However, this does not, basically this is called a whataboutism.
The old owner
Is what they call it in politics. Basically, Bricks and Minifigs is saying, well, to take the focus off the bad thing we did, look, the previous owner also did something bad too. So because she did something bad, that makes, I mean, it just makes both of them bad. It doesn't make them, this doesn't prove their innocence. But we'll keep reading. Maybe, this is just the first paragraph. Corporate did not assign, approve, or authorize this arrangement, which is further proof of why they should not have the Legos in the store. If this is something that the brand doesn't do, if Bricks and Minifigs doesn't do consignment deals, then they should just give the Legos back, right? There's no reason for these Legos to be in their store. They didn't pay for them. They're not doing a business deal with Brian anymore. So just give them back. Easy solution. Franchisees operate independent businesses. While they must follow system standards, the franchisor does not automatically inherit responsibility for private, unauthorized agreements a local owner may enter into. This is basically corporate saying, hey, we can't control our franchises,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And then, but the problem is when you go to the franchises, they say, well, corporate told us to do this.
You've been supposed to be getting a hold of corporate.
And the security camera.
So they did exactly what they did.
Taking over the store.
Seeking facts over narratives. Serious claims require serious evidence. I do agree. We both agree with that.
Yes.
We have repeatedly asked for the original documents and undoctored recordings that support these accusations. So you
the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh sculptors now?
Yeah,
Wait, what? Scalpers?
That time when I had all
Scalpers?
the
Oh,
evidence, I walked into
scalpers.
the
Oh,
store,
I said scalpers.
and I just said, hey,
My Spanish says scalpers.
here's all the evidence. I'm not judging you. Let's figure this out.
know why I said
And what did they do?
Can we have like a clip like playing right now?
Yeah, let's roll the clip.
Well, so here's still all of the Lego sets you guys still have.
I don't have anything to do with that, and I don't want that. You can go ahead and leave, and I'm going to ask you one more time. This is the last time. I do not want that. You're not handing me anything.
I tried for a long time just to get her to look at this contract.
Why do you think your friend would be entitled to our inventory?
Well, it's his. He owns the Legos.
Huh? He doesn't own the Legos.
Well, yeah, we have a contract. He does own them.
No, bro, are you an idiot? Are you stupid?
Josh, the police have showing up right now.
Oh, that was a good clip. I guess this clip is them begging for us to give them evidence.
It
right?
sounds like it.
And that we were the ones that refused to give them the evidence.
It makes no sense. They literally go, we have repeatedly asked. Okay, that's bullshit. Selective social media posts and investigative style videos are not a substitute for the complete records and legal agreements that govern the rights of all involved parties.
Okay, let's put all the evidence right here. We got the consignment deal. We got the full inventory list that the Bricks and Minifigs store made that shows which sets were sold, which sets are still in the store, and which sets Brian has not been paid for. This was an inventory list made by the store.
Literally got everything.
Knowing there was a consignment deal.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet.
They're over here saying, yo, we need paperwork. They're giving you the paperwork and you're ignoring them.
Thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
Here's all the metadata timestamped pictures of the sets that were still in the store when the owner got kicked out. I've printed all of this proof out and tried to give it to them, and this was their response.
You could go ahead and leave now.
Really?
So you could go ahead and leave now, or I will call the police for harassment.
Well, I'm not harassing you.
No, you are.
Wow, that was a really good clip.
Yeah.
It shows exactly what they wanted, which was obviously to talk to you. If a legitimate claim exists, there are established legal and dispute resolution processes to handle it fairly. Attempting to force a business outcome through public pressure, especially on unrelated stores and employees, is not a productive or fair path forward.
Basically what they're saying is, let's figure this out the legal way. Well, we did what he said, actually. We did sue him, and we won. And then they didn't like the legal way. Bricks and Minifigs was the one who didn't want to do it the legal way. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because this is what happened when we won.
Dang it!
They closed down their entire store because Bricks and Minifigs did not want to do the legal way.
Okay.
Bricks and Minifig stores is a private business with the right to protect their premises. We will continue to support our owners in prohibiting disruptive conduct or harassment. This is not about silencing criticism. It is about, oh, they're not trying to silence criticism. Now, I feel like Bricks and Minifigs is doing whatever they can to silence criticism, and if you don't believe me, watch part 2.
Moving forward together, our position remains simple.
Yo, good night.
Minifigs Corporate was not a party to the unauthorized Salem consignment agreement.
Wait. But they were a party in the theft of the Legos.
Any legitimate claims should be resolved through the proper legal channels where facts can be evaluated fairly, and we already did that.
Yep. So, facts can be evaluated. We put all of the documents on the screen.
We ask our fans and creators to consider the human impact of the content they share. Fairness is a two-way street. It requires looking at the full picture and respecting the rights of unrelated small business owners and their staff.
I think it's like later, like around 5 p.m.
This doesn't say how they're moving forward. Moving forward should be, let's give Brian his Legos back, right?
Yeah. We love the Lego community and the creativity it fosters.
Well, they're making the Lego community look really bad, so until they give Brian his Legos back, they're just going to keep making the Lego community look terrible.
We thank those who have waited for the facts before accepting rumors as truth.
I think what they're trying to say by this line is that they have the facts and we have the rumors, right? Because we're just trying to promote some narrative when they're the ones that have the facts. But if you look at the situation, it kind of seems like we're the ones that have the facts. I mean, we put all the facts up on the screens, and he now has a narrative with no evidence.
Yeah, exactly. Literally just like 4 or 5 paragraphs with no evidence whatsoever. We thank those who have waited for the facts before accepting rumors as truth and who continue to support their local Bricks and Minifigs franchise stores.
Okay, here we go. Because this matter involves active legal issues, we will provide further updates only when it's appropriate and legally permissible to do so. So basically what they're saying is like, we're not going to respond again. And they're saying it's because we can't legally do it. Their legal issues are with me. Like we've already been to court, like I think 3 times. I can share my side. Why can't they share their side? Unless their side would get them in a lot of legal trouble and they could go to jail, I guess, is why. Actually, it makes sense why they can't share their side. Bricks and Minifigs is saying, yes, we have all of Brian's Legos in our store. No, we didn't pay for them, but we would, and their answer for that is, we would never try to exploit an old man. But it seems like that's what they're doing. They're exploiting an old man. So I think a better response would be explain why do you have these Legos in your store without paying for them? That would be an explanation, right? Like that would be good. But they won't be able to do that because what they would be doing is they're explaining what stealing is. And that's what Bricks and Minifigs did. And especially not just stealing, but stealing from an old person, which is who Bricks and Minifigs likes to steal from the most.
Yeah.
There's also one more thing. So there's this other guy. It's like the Lego store, like a couple blocks down. It's like literally like right down the street from Bricks and Minifigs. It's called Bricks and Beyond. And this guy's getting a bunch of hate from my video because people are confusing his store with the Bricks and Minifigs store. Yeah, but the problem is this guy runs like a super ethical Lego store. And should we give him a call right now, actually?
It's very similar in names. It is not related to Bricks and Minifigs at all.
First off, do you enjoy stealing from old people?
That is not what we do.
Oh, see, so basically everyone that's giving you harassment then is basically mixing up the 2 stores is what you're saying.
Essentially, yeah.
Anyways, it's been real. It's been your boy on YouTube. Gonna definitely check out part 2 most likely tomorrow. But yeah, this whole thing is crazy. I'm gonna stay live on Kick. Actually thinking of a game that I wanna check out. But anyways, YouTube.